Let's continue. Excuse me? Tara, who moments ago rejected me so brutally, is now smiling broadly. All abroad. Karen, how did you manage to win her affection? And Sarah addresses her with such affection too, almost like Karen's her big sister. I don't know why I came back, to be honest. Just tell me, how do I get Sarah to act that friendly with me? Oh yeah, you missed Karen saying fuck twice, I think. Where was it? I don't remember. Well, wherever it was. Maybe it was there. Anyway, whatever. No way. Really, what should I do? What's the long pause? And why is she blushing?
確かにもしそんなことになったらこの人のことを兄と認めざるを得ませんね。ならねえよ、んなことには。
This game.
思いつくということは一つの可能性として未来に存在しているということです。いやいや、ありえねえから。いい人なのは私が保証します。どこまで押すんだよ。
This conversation is apparently perfectly natural to both Kara and Sarah. But I haven't got a clue what they're talking about, which really pains me for some reason.
で、例のターゲットはうまくやれたのか?
Target. Maybe it's better I don't understand.
それが惜しくも失敗してしまいました。な、だから言ったじゃねえか。お前に殺しは無理だって。さ、貸してたものを返してくれ。
The butterfly knife? Sarah grudgingly hands something to Karen. It's the butterfly knife, yes. That was all your idea? There are two minors plotting a murder right here in front of me. Am I just meant to ignore that? And I'm the target. She came pretty close though. I wonder about that. If I take another path back there, I'd reckon I'd probably be as dead as Dodo. Lolly murder? Doesn't Karen know that Sarah's out to kill me?
憎しみは愛情の裏返しだって言うじゃねえか。だったらさ、姉としては後押ししねえわけにはいかねえだろ。
What kind of logic is that? I cast a quick glance at Sarah. I love the face. the I love these faces, dude. Ask her if her thumb still hurts. For whatever reason, she just stares silently back at me. Love and hate are two sides of the same coin, huh?
じゃあ、次のアタック方法を考えねえとな。はい、もちろんそのつもりです。
Does she really?
というわけで、先ほど牛の国参りをしてました。
Well, yeah, that didn't. I'm sure she's not serious.
どうやら少しだけ効果があったみたいですので、次は孤独を試してみたいと思います。
Poison.
孤独？はい。まずは壺を毒虫でいっぱいにして殺し合わせて。いい、説明しなくていい。ただ私、虫を触るのが苦手で、手伝ってくれませんか？
Karen conspicuously averts her gaze.
そうだ、こいつを使えばいい。
She points at me. Why me?
では明日までに毒虫を100匹集めておいてください。
I'm gonna gather venomous insects that are supposed to poison me. I never agreed to this.
男なら虫くらい平気だろ。
But I'm helping my own curse. I'm not your personal handyman. I don't even have money for food. I don't have time to be messing around catching bugs. Why should I help gather poison for them to curse me to death?
それじゃあやっぱり直接この手で殺さないと。
Yes, with your thumb. Wait, alright, I'll help, okay?
本当ですか?
Really? Yeah, how do things end up like this? Oh well.
ありがとうございます。
Let's just say that her smile is worth the effort. Sure, in her mind I'm a total stranger right now, but she might open up to me someday if I start buddying up to her.
いいですか？ 100 匹ですよ。
Oh, I didn't even realize that, Shadowy. 100. Somehow, they'll somehow need to make it through this death curse of hers
そ
first.
れとほら、今日の分。いつもありがとうございます。
Her smiles as she takes a large paper bag from Gaden. What's in there? A deserted shrine, a shady handover. Are you two trafficking weed? Whoa, this isn't the Netherlands, guys. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Drugs are like highly illegal in Japan. Jesus.
もううるせえな。
Maybe it's some kind of trendy new designer drug.
ようも住んで
Drugs are
探すの
highly,
だ。
highly illegal in Japan. Jeez. We're going to the Netherlands, boys. This must be I don't know the English word for Wadden Island. The mainland must have been the Netherlands, right?
せめて一緒にお昼だけでもす
Anyway.
ぐに茹でますから。
Boil them. Eggs? Some sort of food, yeah.
バイトがあるんだよ。そう。
Work at the
です
Ohara.
か。
Ohara. Maybe? I don't know. See you later, Karen. I'll stay back and have a taste of Sada's home cooking.
何言ってんだ。あんたが来なくて誰が私に仕事を教えんだ
Exactly,
よ。
you're working over at the Ohara. But you don't get to do anything apart from cleaning, I think. Too bad, I'm a vagabond now. Bound by nothing and nobody.
はあ？
Oh yeah, she fired me. Doesn't look like she get it. Yeah, she doesn't look like she gets it. If you've got a job, you're really never going to understand the vagabond lifestyle.
要するにヒルアンドンってことですよね。
Shut up, who cares for this sort of thing
と言
anyway?
いますか、誰も刹那さんにご馳走するとは言ってませんが。
What? I thought this whole conversation was the lead up to her making me lunch.
ほら、刹那、無駄口叩いてねえでさっさと行こうぜ。リンネにどやされ
She
るのは
fired
勘
me
弁だ。
though. It's fine, she fired me.
はあ？
It's a real tale of woe. Sure to have everyone in tears. Actually, if I try to cover everything, I might end up going on a bit. 2-hour version, I'll give her the director's cut. Wow, nice. I'll give her the... Wait, the full director's cut or the 2-hour version? So, like, the director's cut would be the longest one? Screw it, I don't care. Once upon a time, there lived a man named
リンネの
Setsuna.
やつ、お前のこと探してたぞ。
What?
使用人が急に行方不明になった。
Missing person
回覧板
notice?
で回ってきた。
Yeah, she fired me though. These guys really rely on that bulletin board way too much. Nope, she told me I was fired. I'm sure of it.
わかったわかった。いいから行くぞ。
What's going on? She didn't intend to fire me, I guess. She was just
おい、リン
joking.
ネ、刹那を捕まえてきてやったぞ。
Caught me. As soon as Karen calls out to her, Lina comes running into the living room.
刹那。あなた
You
一体ど
fired
こを
me! I
して
thought I
歩いてた
could
のよ。
go. You really need to ask him. Set off and search for a new job and
もう心配かけないでよね。探したんだから。
you just pinned the notice on the bulletin board, didn't you?
探したわよ。家の中暗いわ。
That doesn't sound very convincing, but it seems like she was genuinely worried. Her eyes are kind of bloodshot too. Maybe that's just from the lack of sleep.
それと、はい。
Lina casually proffers me an envelope. What's this, a love
出て
letter?
行った理由、私なりに考えてみたのよ。
You didn't really need to write a letter of
違
apology?
うわよ。お給料よ。お給料。
My wages?
ほら、受け取ったらちゃんと中身確認する。
Lina encourages me to open the envelope. I find 3 banknotes inside. 3,000 yen per day, huh? Not bad considering I also get meals and lodging. 3,000 yen. That's $30 a day? Starting to count the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Are these 10,000 yen notes?
とりあえず、今日までの3日間分。明日からは日払いにするから。
10,000 yen each day? Did you miscount these? Is your lack of sleep catching up to you?
失礼ね。夏目漱石が1000円で福沢諭吉が1万円でしょ。
This is the legendary Fukuzawa Yukichi? No, no, my hands are shaking. I need to get this to the bank sooner, else I might be in danger. Maybe I should exchange it for precious metals to beat inflation?
だから、
What?
その刹那。
My gaze drifts from Professor Fukuzawa to Rin, who sounds a little
お
flustered.
願い。もうどこにも行かないで。
I see. She thought I left because I was dissatisfied with the work environment. I only left because you said I was fired.
まさかあんな冗談を本気にしたの？
But I committed an unforgivable sin, remember?
大げさすぎ。壺を割っただけでしょ？
It was justified. Really? It was worth more than I could ever earn. Lena smiles and addresses me playfully. I really don't understand how rich people think, but it seems like she's forgiven me for the incident with the vase at least. Really? Could you stop joking about things like that? I can't cope.
ごめん。
Nah, it was my fault in the first place. I'm sorry too. We both apologize. To anyone watching, it must be a very strange sight to behold. Now that we've cleared it up, I'll give you back this money. It's not why I'm working here. Try to hand the envelope back to Lena, but she won't take it from me.
一度受け取ったものを返すなんて失礼でしょ？
But are you really okay with giving me this much?
もちろん、お給料に見合った働きはしてもらうけどね。
Okay, I'll take it then, thanks. I stuffed the envelope in my pocket. It's the first material possession I've gained since arriving on this island.
ま、だから言っただろ。
Karen, who's standing next to me, prods me in the side with her elbow. It seems like Dina is the only girl. Is the only girl for me? I was wrong of me to try and play the field.
浮気？
I know I don't mean it that way.
こい
What?
つ、リンネに捨てられたからってサラのとこに転がり込もうとしてたんだよ。
These faces are the best, dude. Hey, Karen, what are you doing? Adding fuel to fire like
切
that?
なー。
I was just looking for a new job.
出ていけ
Okay, bye. Another one of her jokes?
ー。あんたってさ、根っからの紐体質だよな。
I came out of nowhere. What's this all about? I'm mopping the kitchen floor together with Karen. Maid edition. Dude, I love this game so much. When, without pausing to look at me, she suddenly comes out with this.
もし私が1億円やるっつったらどうする？
Yes. I'll be your slave. I'll do
ほ
anything.
らそういうのだよ。
What? She's not planning on giving me anything? Surely anyone would react that way, though. I mean, it's 100 million. You could build a dynasty with that kind of money.
私は嫌だね。他人からタダでもらった金なんか。
I feel like she's openly making fun of me. I can put up with this. Or I can't put up with this. That's too bad. I was going to treat you something to celebrate my first paycheck.
実は行きつけの神屋があるんだ。
Kind of immediately stops mopping. Aren't you being a kind of a hypocrite, dude? Fighter jet flying over. I don't know if you can hear it. I think you can definitely hear that. Yeah.
黒豆あんみつが最高なんだ。
Black bean jelly. Dr. Jerry da! Anyway, her eyes are glittering so fierce that I'm almost a bit frightened.
食いながら海が見渡せるんだ。夕日が海に沈む瞬間がまたいいんだ。
Alright. I'll take you there sometime. It's probably not. It's probably just a. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word for it, to be honest. What would be the English name for this? Why is there no English version of the Wikipedia page for this? It must be. Just a second. Yeah, a jet fighter, fighter jet. I mean, actually, that happens relatively often. Like, I guess, it's not relative. It's not super often that this kind of thing happens, but sometimes one of those things flies over. I don't know. I don't know, man. Dutch government. military is planning something. Anyway, I'll take you there sometime. Already? Why did she suddenly want to go to a cafe with me? Suppose it's thanks to her I have this money to burn. Didn't you say you had a curfew? And wait a sec, aren't you getting paid for this too? She wants me to pay for her. With a big smirk, kind of waves an envelope in my face similar to the one that I received earlier.
この報酬があって午後しか働けねえから、あんたと違って日給5000円だけどな。
5,000? Seeing it's the height of summer, I fancy some shaved eyes.
勝手に食えばいいだろ。
It's not fair.
男と女の関係なんてそんなもんだ。
You're still just a kid.
私はガキじゃねえよ。もう17だっつったろ。
Exactly, just a kid. Though, what does that make me? Hired to do another 17-year-old's bidding?
こうやって金だって稼いでる。もう誰にも子供扱いなんかさせねえよ。
Your first paycheck's one thing, but you can only say you're a woman once you've had your What?
とっくに来てるよ。
Oh, I don't need to know this.
何言わせんだ、ぶっ殺すぞ。
This game. No. She falls with the skirt, fishing around for a knife. Just seems to be having trouble getting it out. She really can't handle dirty jokes. I don't want your dirty jokes in my visual novels, buddy. Well, as a responsible adult, I don't mind treating you to bean jetty or bean soup or whatever. I don't have any secret invasion plans, dude. You have no idea. I'll pay for the hotel too. Hotel. Isn't that pretty much a pretty important part of any proper grown-up date? Are they talking about a Japanese love hotel? Fuck, why'd you do that? MC, why'd you do this? She really is a kid. Okay, let's get back to it then. We have to work for our supper. You blew it, MC, you dumb. We'll start mopping again. It's important to keep the kitchen clean, even if it's not used on a regular basis. Dude, we need kitchen gun. We really need to put our backs into it. But it's not long before I come to another standstill. Don't you think we're being paid a bit much? The only work I'm fit for is cleaning, serving meals, and maybe taking out the trash once in a while. Maybe I'll ask Lena for permission to try my hand at the laundry. I suppose serving as Lena's bodyguard during her nightly walks counts as work too. Still doesn't seem like I'm doing very much. I hope so. Even though I've secured a stable livelihood for myself, I'm starting to feel a bit more anxious by the day. It's as if the world is a dollhouse and we're the little doll sitting in it. If a doll isn't a good fit, it's deemed unnecessary and thrown out. If I keep whiling away my time here, taking advantage of Dina's kindness, she may get sick of me one day. We humans aren't capable of unconditional love. We only stick together as a matter of necessity. Nothing, I was just wondering if there's anything else I could do. Dina gave me a name and a home and a reason to be here. Those kinds of things aren't usually handed out for free. How am I meant to live up to your expectations? For starters, I don't think cleaning up the kitchen is quite enough. What else could I do? There's got to be something that only I can do. Huh?
ほら、知ってるだろ。浦島太郎の昔話。浜辺で子供にいじめられていた亀が浦島太郎に助けられてってやつ。
The chat is slightly in the way. But if I make it so small you can't read it anymore. But if I do this, it's going to be on the screen. I don't know what to do with chat. Maybe I should just completely remove chat. And the stream boss, the chat, so that... Because I don't know. Dina told me the same story the other day, but Karen tells it a little differently. She makes it sound as if the turtle is the main character instead of the titular Urashima Taro. I don't know what to do with chat, to be honest. I don't know. I see, I'm the turtle, and Dina saved me, so she's Urashima Taro. Turtle thanks Urashima Taro by taking him away to the underwater palace of Ryugujo, right? My role is to take Dina to Ryugujo? If only it were real. But this island doesn't seem to have a single leisure spot, let alone anything like that.
ちなみに私もあんたを助けたよな。
Huh. When exactly did this happen? Like how many nights ago? I kind of struggle with time.
子供かよ。
I really don't have any memory of this.
一昨日のことだよ。私が船にいなかったら、あんたは本土に送り返されてたはずだろ。
Well, I suppose she is,
で、
right?
あんたを助けなけりゃ、私は今頃本土で自由を満喫してたわけだ。
Karen's smug face is great, I know. I love the faces in this game, like I said 10 billion times already. Okay, so how do you want me to express my
例の
gratitude?
甘味屋、竜宮って名前なんだ。
Yugujo, what was it? Yugujo. Thought she'd given up on the idea.
これはデートじゃなくて恩返しだからな。
Sure. I'll lead the great Urashima Taro back to Ryugujo then.
じゃあ約束な。明日の12時、浦島神社の下に集合だ。
And she reckons I'm in a mooch? That's the pot calling the cattle black. What's a mooch? Define mooch. Dude, I'm learning English. British. A loiter in a bored or listless manner. Or North American, ask or obtain something without paying for it. Alright, so I'm sure it's the North American. Someone, yeah. Or... Yeah, okay. She says that I'm someone who doesn't pay for things, but she's the one who wants to get a free lunch or whatever it was. Free tea at the tea house? I don't know what you do at tea houses. I guess you drink tea at tea houses. Anyway. Not that I mind too much.
そういえばさ、
Her voice is reduced to almost to a whisper. Is this gonna be Blong ASMR?
あの話、浦島太郎は幸せだったのかな。
What do you mean?
確かに竜宮城では楽しく過ごせたのかもしれねえ。
Kevin Smug. Someone just like take one of those screenshots of my face and like make my mouth in like a W shape, you know?
けど、戻ってきて現実を知っ
Whoops. Found out that decades had passed,
けど、
right?
戻ってきて現実を知ったわけだろ。
It's almost like time
何
travel.
十年も時間が経ってるって現実は。
Time in Yugujo passes by at a different rate than the rest of the world. One day inside Yugujo is equivalent to a year in the outside world. Then Urashima Taro came back. His hometown had changed beyond recognition. There was nobody left that he knew. Did he still have a home? Did anyone accept him back? If they didn't, it'd be an incredibly tragic story.
ねもさ、あんみつ好きかな。
If you want her to come along, I'll invite her.
サンキュー。
I'm not sure how it ended up this way, but it looks like I'll be footing the bill for 2 girls now. I mean, I think the main character has nothing else to do with the money anyway. There's something nostalgic about a summer's evening like this. The sound of the waves, the cries of the cicadas. The sun sits close to the horizon, drawing out our shadows.
だからいいっつったろ。
It was dangerous for you to be walking around alone at night, so take this.
あんたと一緒の方が危険だよ。
I stubbornly insisted on walking Karen home after work. She's right. In the 2 days I spent here, it's become clear enough that there really aren't any dangers lurking on this tranquil island. Still feel a lingering uncertainty though. It must be because of what Sara told me today. Apparently the fire which destroyed Urashima Shrine 5 years ago was a case of arson. Maybe the island isn't as peaceful as it appears at first sight. The 3 families have come to symbolize all that is bad in the island's traditions. Is that right? In that case, Kurutsu Karen, who also belongs to one of the 3 families, may very well be in danger herself.
3、4、5。
Look over at Karen, who seems to be counting something out with her fingers. What are you doing?
将来設計だよ。つか話しかけんな気が散るだろ。
You want that many kids? What? She's so deep in concentration she can't hear me? Okay, then Dad'll just have to give it his all. What? You're actually paying attention?
ああもうあんたと話してると調子が狂う
Kaden shakes her head a couple of times and starts counting with her fingers again.
また
What?
最初からじゃねえか
What are you doing? I'm trying to calculate.
バイト代だよ夏休みの間にいくら貯まるか
Just take out your smartphone and use a calculator.
1日5000円で8月いっぱい働くとして
She started yesterday, the 16th of August. If there are another 16 days left until the end of the month, then 16 times 5,000 is you have 80,000 yen.
はあ
Kaden looks at me with her eyes as wide as saucers.
すげえな
More than enough to feed 5 or so
ち
kids.
げえよそれって暗算だろ
What, the amount I need to spend on diapers?
いい加減その話題から離れるよ
Now she's upset.
あんたってさバカのくせに実は頭いいのか
What do you mean? It's elementary school math?
手すっぽうで言ってんじゃねえだろうな
Whoa, the English translation is actually pretty decent. I like just the bad words and bullshitting. Kaden glances at me doubtfully and starts counting with her fingers again.
30-16が14だから5000をかけて
Wait, there are 31 days in August, you know?
なんで知ってんだよ
How can you not know that? If you only subtract the number of days left in the month, then you're not counting for the first day's pay. 31 minus 16 plus 1. 16 working days in total.
そうなのかでそれに5000をかけ指が足りねえだろ
Mark, you don't have enough brains for this? Seriously, what a headache. If you add up 2 days' pay, and it's 10,000 yen, right? And 16 divided by 2 is 8, so it gives you 80,000 yen. She's at a loss for words. Could it be that she's the real idiot here? 80,000 yen meets 8 little pictures of Professor Fukuzawa.
さすがにそれは分かってるよ
Apparently she's pictured on the 10,000 yen note because that was his yearly income. He made 10 times as much as Noguchi Hideo, who was pictured on the 1,000 yen note, so he certainly merits the honor, I'd say.
しれっと嘘をつくんじゃねえよ
You may be bad at math, but perhaps you're not completely without hope.
うるせえなどっかの誰かみたいに計算ができても常識知らずのバカよりはマシだろ
Yeah, that'd be the worst. Once an idiot, always an
あ
idiot.
のなあんたのことだよ
Wanted to know how to... Huh? You want to know who the coolest dude in all the world was?
もういい
Kaden's shoulders slump, her mood seems to have dropped as well. I hadn't meant to make fun of her lack of learning.
けどたった8万ポッチかやっぱりンネに頼んで午前も働かせてもらうしかねえか
Like, there wouldn't be any work left for me if you did that.
あんたは金なんて必要ねえだろ居候なんだし
Well, I suppose not. That's right, I'm not doing this job for the money, it's just an excuse for me to stay on the island. Wait, didn't you say you had classes in the mornings?
あんたには関係ねえだろ
It must be hard combining your studies with work. I mean, you must have homework to do as well, right?
ああ
Shikudai.
宿題か
Kind of puts her hands to her face and lets out a strange groan. Don't tell me she forgot about it. Do you want me to help out with your
マ
homework?
ジか
She took the bait. There's no such thing as a free lunch. My tutorials are 1,000 yen per hour. How about it?
変な金取んのかよ
Maybe the price a bit steep. Alright, then 10 yen per hour.
それはそれでなんかキモいからいい
10 yen? That's like 10 cents, right? What? It's hard finding steady work these days.
あんたなんかに払う金はビタ一文ねえよ夏休み中働いてたった8万しかたまらねえんだ2学期が始まるとほとんど働けねえだろうしこのままだと春までにいくら貯められるか
What happens in the spring?
決まってんだろ卒業だよ
Right, she was saving money to run away from home, and graduation would be a good opportunity to start building a new
いっ
life.
そ学校を辞められりゃいいんだが親父がうるせえからな
Wonder how much money she needs to move out of her parents' house and actually strike out on her own. I can't begin to imagine, but it must be a very large sum indeed. Don't you have anyone else to rely on? What does your mom think?
ママはあいやおふくろは
Karen hurriedly covers her mouth and corrects herself. Reflexively, I start thinking of ways to tease her about this, but her next words kill any such desire.
おふくろは島を出て行ったよ。まだ12歳だった私を置いてな。
12, huh? I'm gonna forget to call her mommy still. I'll bet she has far more timid and obedient back then. Her memories of her mom are probably still stuck in that period. Do you intend to go and live with your mom?
まさか私はそこまで純真じゃねえよ。だいたい居場所もわかんねえしな。
Then
電話番号さえ。
research. That's kind of sad.
別にあんただって同じようなもんだろ。
My mom, huh? She's right. I have no idea where my mom is either, and I don't even know who she is. To be honest, I'm lucky that I don't have any memories of my family. I never get lonely or nostalgic when I think of the past. I probably never will. I probably never understand what it means to have a family. Well, yeah, that is pretty sad. I don't have any blood relatives. My only consolation is that there's someone who will listen to my complaints.
だから私は寂しくなんかねえよ。私は一人でも生きていける。
Don't force yourself. If you need to, oh god. If you ever need a shoulder to cry on, you can always rely on old Sanzenkai Setsa. I almost started yawning for some reason. Why would I be tired? You want me to, oh yes, it's her line. If you let me cry on your shoulder, I could go on all night.
にじり寄ってくるんじゃねえよこの変態。
What? What? I guess she's not wearing a maid costume now. Now she has the knife. I feel like having a cry all by myself tonight.
わかりゃいいんだよわかりゃ。
Why does a girl like her have a knife? Jesus. Yeah, do they have laws against weapons like that? Thanks to the police officer's leniency, I'm still here to,
見送りはここまででいいよ。親父に見つかると面倒だからな。
Hey, it's the shrine again. And without my realizing it, we've arrived at Urashima Shrine. This is the midway point between Ohara Mansion and the village. There are a lot more houses along the next stretch of road. Karen should be able to go home safely by herself from here. Mini USA. Well, I haven't seen guns yet. Well, the police had a gun, but I mean that would make sense. I forgot it's July. It's the 4th of July. I have to do a little thing in my announcements real quick. There we go here. There we go. Forgot about that. No, wait. I might as well go ahead and say hi to your dad.
何をどう挨拶す
He
るって
didn't really like me though. Well, obviously, I need to ask him for a parry. What? No.
死ねよ。だいたい島で話題の不審人物を連れ帰れるわけねえだろ。
I didn't even pronounce that. I'm not even gonna say those lines out loud, dude.
親父には絶対秘密だからな。
Like Romeo and Juliet?
どこがだよ。
Like Jack and Rose from Titanic. Wait, no, this is the actual line? Did they actually mention Titanic?
どっちも主人公死ぬ話じゃねえか。
Idea is that any love transcending social class is destined to end in
じゃ
tragedy?
未来から来たなんて主人公は誰とも。
Whoops, I accidentally hit enter. Woo.
じゃ未来から来たなんて主人公は誰とも結ばれねえな。
Well, that's no good.
ま、あんたみたいな男じゃ主役を張るのは無理だろうけどな。せいぜい脇役として地味に細々と生きてくれ。
That's a little below the belt. She's right, though. My life here in this island is pretty boring. In movies and novels, the protagonist always tumbles from one event to the next, but nothing of interest has really happened to me. That victim of human trafficking turned out to be a runaway teen, and my assassin was just a shrine maid with an overdeveloped sense of justice. If I turned my life into a movie and tried shopping it around Hollywood, I doubt I'd get a foot in the door. Would you make it into a visual novel? Maybe I'm just an ordinary guy. In that case, the world will just keep on turning regardless of what I do. Does my life have any meaning? Why was I born into this world?
じゃ、おごりの件忘れんなよ。明日の正午、ここに集合だからな。
Rana seems rather proud of herself, having argued me down earlier. She stalks off triumphantly. No way is my life without meaning. I promised that I'd treat Kata into some jelly tomorrow. Jelly. I also plan on inviting Rine. I'm sure that the outing will serve as an opportunity to deepen our friendship. It's also a chance to repay Rine for saving me. If this were a movie, I'm sure it wouldn't make the cut, but to me, this is a precious moment in time. I could never bring myself to edit it out. Alright, I'll do my best tomorrow. Imagine if the visual novel just time skipped to the day after. Editing it out. I watched Kata and recede into the distance until she disappears behind the hill. I turn back the way I'd come. After having dinner with Kuon, the bedroom door separating us. I was about to mention that, but whatever. The bedroom door separating us. My work for the day is finally done. Beyond my window, the evening sun is sinking into the sea. Still a bit early for a walk. I let out a snicker when I realized I was searching for the beach for a familiar figure. It seems like I've come to adopt Dina's routine as my own. This really does make me look like a stalker, like she said. But this time I have a purpose. I'm going to invite her to come with us to the tea house. I'll go and have a bath first. Just scrub the bathroom so it should be sparkly clean. I'm sure it'll feel great. Oh, we're going to the bathroom. If this were a cliche anime, I'm sure what will happen next. Let's not actually have that happen. I'm afraid. This was not an R18 visual novel, and we didn't. There was no R18 patch. This is a totally fine. It's not gonna be cliche. It's just gonna be. We're not. I don't know. Wait, who? Wait, is that echoing? My voice echoes through the bathroom again and again. Behold, the kind of bathroom that real money buys. The steam makes it hard to see anything, but seems to be some kind of Western style painting on the rear wall. I can't see anything though. I guess this is supposed to be dusty. I don't know. The floor is marble, and while I can't really make out the ceiling, there appear to be a number of ceiling fans installed. The bath uses natural spring water. Dude, onsen in the mansion. Let's go, baby. Maybe I'll have a swim. It's big enough for it at least. Wait, I should wash myself first. Yesterday, Dina got mad at me for having jumped in the bath before even rinsing off my sweat. I feel something strange on my back when I go to scrub it, so I turn around and look at the mirror. What the hell is that? It's a weird mark on my back, like a scar or a bruise. It's more like a burn. Really sure that wasn't there yesterday. Did I hurt myself after all and Colin kicked me down the stairs? And maybe I didn't notice it yesterday before I was so excited about the bath. It doesn't hurt, so I suppose there's no reason to worry. Time to get into the tub. This is heaven. Also, now, okay, it's funny because I think he started the day with a dream where, you know, someone, I think on fire or something. I don't know. Okay. I leisurely stretch out my legs. The hot spring water laps against my shoulders. The warm bath relaxes my muscles, easing them of any tension, and the exhaustion that I've built through the day slowly dissipates. Can you believe it? This bathroom is so big that it echoes like a swimming pool, and I have it all to myself. Australia. What's this game about? Time travel? So far, yeah. Time travel, an island, a mysterious island. Main character doesn't have any memories, but all he knows is that he has to save somebody. Yes, there's an anime adaptation, but I'm pretty sure the anime adaptation. I watched the anime adaptation, so I'm kind of spoiled. But so far, I think the anime tells the story worse than this for sure. Anyway, let's continue. Then there's the thrill of getting to use it before the master of the house does. This is great. If only I had someone here to wash my back, it'd be pure bliss. Oh, that's it. Next time Dina takes a bath, I'll watch her back as a way of showing my gratitude. Classic cheap anime adaptation? I mean, I wouldn't say it was necessarily bad. It made the story, like, I mean, storytelling is always going to be worse in a visual novel, in an anime adaptation of a visual novel, because a visual novel spends multiple hours, and probably way more time than the anime does. Yeah. Also, my dude MC, my dude Setsuna, that ain't going to happen. Sure, Otohime did the same thing for Urashima Taro in The Legend. Of course, I'll still treat her, but someone doesn't feel like that's enough. Alright, I'll try a little visualization exercise to prepare myself. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, good. They should have bring like 24 episode animes. I know, dude. I feel like it could have been better if they made it not a 12 episode thing, but anyway, whatever. I was afraid. I saw the screen change. I was like, don't do it. This is supposed to be a safe game. Please allow me to wash your back, Your Highness. Dina would not allow you to do this in the first place. What else can I use? Just a lowly commoner. I could never lay a finger on someone as noble as you, princess. Fired. I think I was doing pretty well until I got halfway through and I ended up being fired. Maybe washing your back is too much to hope for. How about her hair? Sure, it'll feel nice having your hair washed by someone else. Does it itch anywhere, Your Highness? What is this scene? It reminds me of Good Job. Your hair is gorgeous, princess. I don't need any reward. It's enough to see you happy. Are you itching anywhere else? I beg your pardon? Anything else? What? I'm fired again? No matter how I picture it, I always end up getting fired abruptly. Just won't work out. What do I have to do? What can I do? Just making her happy isn't enough. My true purpose must surely be to help her, to save her, to protect her. Something along those lines anyway. But the island seems perfectly peaceful right now. There are no mysterious forces trying to take over the world, no serial killers. And if there aren't any villains around, then there's no need for heroes either. As long as the world isn't headed for destruction, any potential savior is nothing more than ordinary Joe. Suppose it be for the better if nothing happened and peace prevailed, but... Dunk. Turns to the source of the sound. The changing room. Hey, it is the cliche thing that happens after all. There's a dark shadow behind the frosted glass. Who would have known that this could have happened in a... Yeah. Oops, did I forget to flip the occupied sign? Oh, yeah. Dude. Plot twist. Plot twist. The generic thing that you would expect to happen in a visual novel happened, or in anime in general. Sorry, Dina, I'm in here. I'm expecting a wave of complaints, but there's no response. Dina, I approach the changing room using one hand to cover myself with a towel. The shadow doesn't move. I hold my breath an inch closer, and suddenly the person in the changing room pivots around and runs away at full speed. Oh, it didn't happen. It was a fake out on the trope. Oh, can't be. There's only one thing that springs to mind. It's a burglar. You must be a dreadful creep to be scouring the changing room like that. Another bump and falls on her. I don't. He probably doesn't know that I'm working at the mansion now. So when he noticed the lights were on in the bathroom, I assumed that Dina's in the bath. So within a split second, I've grasped the situation. The next moment, I give chase. You're not getting away. Oh no, this is a mistake. I just came straight out of the bath, and did you know in Japanese baths you don't wear any clothing? I know exactly. Oh my, how lewd. The thief dashes through the dark of the maze-like mansion, but this is my home turf. I have the advantage. The only issue is my stamina. I recovered a bit in the hot spring, but I'm still not back to full strength. I can feel my bones creaking with every oh, what? My heart's racing. However, I can't exactly call myself a hero or savior if I let this guy get away. Hi, Sons and Kaisetsu. I was here to put. Okay, just a sec. Hi, Sons and Kaisetsu. I was put here to do this. Oh, there's nowhere to run. Give it up. The man seems to have realized that he can't escape. Having arrived at the dead end, he's quite simply stopped in his tracks. Raise your hand slowly and turn around. I draw quiet breaths between each word. He won't realize what kind of state I'm in. I'm almost at my limit. I'm not confident if I can hold down if he tries to resist. You hear me? Slowly, okay? So it really is a man. The man starts turning around just as he's been told. A chill runs down my spine when I see how he's dressed. It really isn't. Oh, I know exactly. Though it's summer, he's covered in head to toe with a black tracksuit with ears or something at the top. Totally a man, am I right? His hood is pulled down low over his eyes. I can't make out his face. The hood's decorated with two things that look like horns. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Those aren't ears, those are horns. Sorry, I lied. Which make him appear somewhat demonic? He's firmly gripping something small and pink in his right hand. Oh no, this is a mistake. What have you done? Setsuna, oh my god, this is dumb. When I answer my questions, when I take a step forward to add weight to my words, the man sinks into the floor and cowers in the corner. Are you from the island? He was indeed running away naked. Or indeed running naked, LMAO. Dude, okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm getting the chat back because it's kind of confusing and not knowing who I'm talking to. Oh, the chat just refreshed so you can't see. Well, are you from the island? The man pauses before slowly shaking his head. Is it money you're after? He shakes his head again. Give me that thing you're holding in your right hand. He doesn't move. I'm serious. Give it to me. The man reluctantly tosses it over. Catch it with one hand. Take a look. They're indeed a frilly pair of women's panties. I knew it. These serve as evidence. I just need to turn them to their owner later. Kneel down on the floor with your hands on your head. I'll tie you up and take you to the police. This case is closed. It's like episode 3, Catching the Panty Snatcher. Justice prevails. There's no place for evil in this world. Whoa, I'm so cool. A real hero.
君、現行犯で逮捕されたいの?
This is so dumb. Don't talk nonsense. I'm not here to turn myself in. It's this guy you need to arrest. 15 minutes later, I'm being questioned at the police station. Here's a pair of panties, all the evidence you need. I show the small slip of cloth in my hand to the police officer who seems totally unable to grasp the situation.
君ね、自分が今どんな格好をしているか。
Huh? I look down and check myself over. I'm stark naked, wearing only a pair of sandals. I have a pair of women's panties in my hand.
その格好を見て逮捕しないってのは警察官としてちょっと難しいね。
What? You came to the police office? Or told you I was in the bar.
せめて服は着てきてよ。この間あげたのがあるでしょ。
What if the burglar ran away when I was getting dressed? The panty snatcher is sitting demurely? Okay, again, another word that I don't know. Yeah. Demure?
Demure.
Demurely? Reserved, modest and shy. And a small folding chair. I could believe that he was repenting his wrongdoing, were it not for the fact that his gaze is blatantly trained on my crotch. I mean, you're running out naked. MC is so... What? You've never seen one of these before? Want a closer look? Panty snatcher vehemently... What are these words? Shakes his head, though he continues staring at it with unsettling intensity. Maybe he was after my underwear instead of Dina's. I don't understand how the policeman can ignore such a patently suspicious character, and why am I the one being questioned? Anyway, here he is. The rest is up to you.
いや、というかね。
What? If you got anything else to say, speak up.
この人、クオンさんでしょ?
What?
だから、小原クオンさん。リンネちゃんのお母さん。
Ha! The panty snatcher flails his arms wildly, making writing gestures in the air. No way, is this really? I hand him a notepad and the pen from the desk. That's not son, you're such a meanie heart. What? It's really it's definitely cool in Son's usual handwriting and tone. Then those panties were... They're mind blown. I'm sorry. I slid past them back to her. In short, Cool was about to enter the bathroom, not having noticed that I was in there, and I got the wrong end of the stick. Oh man, this visual novel goes from being serious time travel type stuff to like this. Officer, arrest me, please.
そりゃ、そうしたいのは山々だけどね。
He just gives up. He's like, please just arrest me. I'll let him off the hook this time.
ということだから君、帰りなさい。ほら、服はこれを着て。
You've already given me more than enough. I can't accept these two. Do you sell that CD? That'll do.
ああ、シングルね。
I didn't have to stress the word single like that.
一応習得物扱いだからね。 しばらく保管する規則になってるんだ
The
よ。
hearts are great though.
どうせ落とし主も出てこないだろうし、君を習得者扱いにすれば半年
6
後には
months.
渡せる
It was mine. It was there on the beach with me. This is my whatever. 6 months. They'll be in the middle of winter then. I doubt I'll find any opportunities to walk around outside with nothing but a CD once it hits winter. I feel like there's a good chance that I won't even be on the island anymore. I see. I might as well make for a nice souvenir. The police officer asks for a complicated looking form. It takes out a complicated looking form, begins filling it out.
名前は
Sanzenkai Setsa.
偽名でしょそれ。
Uh,
じゃあシングル君と。
Wait a minute.
この界隈ではみんなそう呼んでるよ。
Oh no. This is a reference like the very first section of the game, which if Strelly's still watching, you won't get it. If you want to buy the game, it's on Steam. It's currently on sale, 20% off if you want to get the game. Because I totally support that. Otherwise, I do have a Let's Play series that's basically just re-uploads of the stream VODs on my YouTube channel. Kevin AG207. If you wanna watch that. It is it's not Kevin VG207, which is this, which would be my main channel, but AG207 is my anime game channel. AG, haha. I think I still have an episode that I've yet to release. I need to get a thumbnail for that. That's from yesterday. Anyway, this will be uploaded tomorrow because I have a stupid contract with Twitch that I can't upload. I can't, like, what I stream to Twitch is theirs for 24 hours, so I can't upload on YouTube technically. I don't think they're actually gonna enforce stuff like that, but whatever. Anyway, let's go back to the game. What the hell?
で CD のタイトルは
Curious about that too, so I take a peek over at the policeman's shoulder. It doesn't have a label, but it seems there seems to be something scribbled on the disc in permanent marker. The ink has faded though. I think the top says island. I think. That's not. Ink has faded though, I can't tell what it says. Poke, poke. Something prods me in the back. And turn around, Kuon-san's holding up the notepad. The NEP streams, there has been a problem with them, and I have them private uploaded on Twitch. But for some reason, the encoding has gone all wrong, and the video looks really weird for some of the streams for some reason. And I've changed it. I think I changed the encoding settings. It's now MP4. I used to save in TS. What am I I didn't even read what's on the screen. I don't mind single size guys. Oh my god. That's again a reference to the first episode. I don't care about that. Maybe a little bit. 8 centimeters should be plenty. Kill me now. What? This is so dumb. Stop. Stop. I feel like I suddenly regained the will to live. Stop. This is dumb. Oh my god. Hurry up and put some clothes on already. Anyway, Kuon and I walk along the shore, taking in the salty sea air. AG channel's full of unfinished projects. Well, yeah, the Rebirth one has actually been completed, right? There are no houses around here. The only light is that of the moon. This is a little awkward, to be honest. I ended up mistaking the head of the household for a panty snatcher and reporting it to the police. Well, I hadn't seen her before, so maybe it was a forgivable mistake. Not complete. Wait, the original NEP is not uploaded yet? Uh-oh. That's bad. That would be a big problem. I think I still have old streams up until something like May. I thought maybe again I uploaded it, but it wasn't. I still have it private, maybe. Anyway, but still, I cast a sideways glance at Cool. She's strolling along with her hands behind her back, looking up at the sky. Her gaze is focused on the glittering stars. I doubt you'd be able to find a view like this in the city. It's like being blanketed in stardust. Hey, Cool. Her mouth is partially covered by her hood, but I get the impression that she's smiling. For a moment, she looks like a young girl. She's Ina's mother, though. She must be a little older than me. Are you enjoying yourself? It'd be rude to ask her age, so I try for something more innocuous. She still has a note, like... What? That's just... She just wrote underscores on... Yes. It's too dark, can't read it. Oh. Still can't see it. That's what that's supposed to mean. I love you, Setsuna-san. Will you marry me? She punches me in the upper arm. It's just a little playful thumb, not enough to hurt. What? That's not what you wrote? What? She spoke. Did you just... She speaks. Whoa. You can talk? I assumed you were... Her voice is soft and delicate, like the mew of a small animal. Though it's my first time hearing her speak, her voice sounds very familiar. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before. Gon's gaze remains fixed on the starry sky. Her pace is unhurried. She's out for a leisurely walk. She's so similar to Rinne. Must be why I find her voice so calming. Yeah, I'm getting there, I suppose. I still get lost sometimes, but I'm starting to learn my way around the island, and I'm getting to know the people. One girl is working her butt off, to try and leave the island, and others decide to stay and live at the shrine. A third one's holed up in her giant mansion, shut off from the world. As I learn more about the people, I'll probably adjust to life on the island bit by bit. I care more about my AG channel. Well, or sorry, care more about my AG channel. Yes, but I mean it's a kind of an afterthought channel anyway. I'm sorry for causing so much trouble. That was a terrible mistake I made today. She also had a great look at something. Seems like she really is just the same thing, ne? Of course not. Dude, stay hydrated, but I got you. Let's see, how much did I have to drink? 120 milliliters. This is a what, 750 milliliter bottle, so I got about half. Right, that's way more than enough. That's like 300 something milliliters. Huh? A complete collapse in the balance of power between the three families. Ina told me that the three families had a complicated history, and that the mayor in particular dislikes the Oharas. I don't know what kind of upset could have created this discord. That makes me just think of the wrong thing now, but the consequences are clear. Is that the reason why Ina doesn't go to school? Some stupid grudge from way back is preventing Ina from leading a normal school life. Well, of course I owe her a lot. I consciously let out a small gasp. Not because of what Kulon just said, but because I was about to answer in the affirmative. Though I've gotten used to life in the island and still don't know anything about myself. All the same, I keep finding new things to do here, as if that was my destiny in the first place. I came here from the future. Would you believe me if I said that? Come on, sir, I suppose that's a normal response. Oh, do I? I just had a thing. I just had a something from the anime that I just realized. I don't quite remember. Oh, jeez. Well, anyway, that would be like whatever. I'm super spoiled on this, but no, sir, I suppose that's the normal response. To be honest, I'm starting to doubt it myself. Maybe it's fine like this. Even if my memories don't return, I'll still be me. The important thing is what I choose to do while I'm here. In that case, maybe it doesn't matter where I come from. Yeah, it's probably right. I mean, it's pretty weird if you stop and think about it. Time flows by like a river, past running into present. If someone were to disrupt the river's flow, that might cause a flood. Sadly, that's just how the world works, and no human power is going to change the workings of the world. Kulin stops and looks at the ocean.
ほら、聞いてみてください。
Is it gonna be another one of those like super low quality sound effects? Here we go. I strain my ears. I hear the cries of insects, the whispering of the wind, and sound of waves.
寄せては返す波。私は時間の流れとはそういうものだと思っています。
What do you mean?
浦島効果という言葉を
Hiroshima effect. Hiroshima, that's both the name of this island and the name of the folk tale that Inan Karan told me about. But by Kulin's telling, it carries yet another meaning.
竜宮城は海の底にあったのではなく、どこか遠くの惑星だったという説があります。
What the hell?
相対性理論では、物体の移動速度が光の速度に近づけば近づくほど、
Yes,
その物
I was
体の時間の流れが
I
遅く
was
なります。
exactly thinking about this, dude. I was exactly thinking about this, dude. When they said that the one day on Jujogo was a day every gosh, what was it? One day on Ryugujo was a year on Earth made me think that it could, you know, it could be something to do with moving really fast and relativity, time moving slower, or time moving faster when it's for moving objects compared to slower object, whatever. Are we gonna get into like special relativity stuff here, dude? What in the world? Time flows by slower.
例えば高速で航行する宇宙船に乗っている人は普通の人より年を取るのが遅くなるんです。浦島太郎は地球に漂着した宇宙人を助け、そのお礼として宇宙人の母星に招かれました。
Was not a turtle but an alien? Oh my god, what?
でもその時乗った宇宙船が高速に近い速度だったので、浦島太郎にとっては数日のことでも地球では何十年という時間が経ってしまいました。
Yes, exactly. That's basically exactly what I was thinking when I didn't say that.
浦島太郎の物語はただの昔話ではなく SF だっ
Science
たんです。
fiction. SF. Science fiction. One artificial light is floating on the horizon. It's the offshore platform which was created by people harnessing the power of science. But whether it counts as sci-fi or not, it's just a story in the end. And the idea of Ryugujo being at the bottom of the ocean sounds a lot more romantic to me.
そうですね。宇宙人だとか高速に近い速度を出せる宇宙船だとかはフィクションでしょうね。でも時間の流れが変化するというのは事実です。1971年、アメリカでとある実験が行われました。原子時計を飛行機に乗せ、高速で飛行するという実験です。その結果、決して狂わないはずの原子時計にわずかな遅れが確認されました。
No way. I can hardly believe it. Time manipulation has always struck me as a thing of the distant future. To think that successful experiments were carried out 30 years ago. Well, MC didn't know this. He explained all kinds of stuff about time travel. He didn't. Oh. Can you tell me any more about it? If there's a whole theory behind it, there must be a logical reason why time shifts around like that, right?
そうですね。少々長い話になってしまいますが、
Kulin gazes into the distance at the light out in the ocean.
相対性理論は高速が一定であるという実験結果に基づいています。刹那さんは光がどれくらいの速さなのか知っ
What's this, a pop quiz? How is faster than a regular jet plane and slower than Concorde? What's that? She punches me in the upper arm again without saying a word. So I even have a speed?
ある
Yes.
といえばあるし、ないといえばあります。
I don't get it at all.
光の速度は一般的には
Yes.
秒速約
Around.
30万キロメートル。1秒間で地球を7周半できる速度と言われています。
They did their Wikipedia research for this game. So it does have a speed.
この光についていくつかの実験を考えてみましょう。それでは 第1問。回答。
Oops.
それでは第1問。回答者はせつなさんです。
Another surprise
例
quiz?
えば地球から30万キロメートル離れたところに宇宙船がいるとしましょう。だいたい
300,000
月と同じく
kilometers
らい
from
の距離
Earth.
ですね。
Well, kilometers per second. So we take one. If it were going at light speed, which is technically not possible for things with mass, you can get close to light speed, but you could never reach light speed. But let's say it was like 99.9% light speed, it could probably reach Earth in a second.
この宇宙船から地球に向かって光を発射した
Oh,
ら
it directs a light towards
光
Earth.
が
I'm
地球に
assuming.
到達するのにかかる時間は何秒でしょう？
I love how they translated the stuff on screen. That I love this. They did such a good job of actually, translating this game and all the graphics and stuff. To realize it was about 300,000 kilometers a second. So if that's the distance it travels in a single second, there's no need to calculate anything. It takes exactly 1 second.
正解です。
She's making fun of me.
第2問。今度は宇宙船が地球に向かって秒速20万キロメートルで進みながら同じように光を発射させたらどうでしょう？
It's getting a little bit tricky. It's like these math problems where they make you work out how fast you're going when you run inside a moving train. Speed of the spaceship would need to be added to the speed at which the light travels, giving you 500,000 kilometers an hour. But that's not how it works. Spoiler alert. And they start 300,000 kilometers away, so 50 divided by 30, the 0.6 seconds.
正解と言いたいところですが外れです。実は今度もぴったり1秒かかるんです。宇宙船がどんな速度で進んでも光が地球に到達するのにかかる時間は1秒なんです。
I don't even know if they did that whole scene in the anime at all. I don't remember. Jeez. Like, this visual novel is so much better in the anime. Whoops. Wait, that doesn't make sense. How'd you work that out?
計算ではなく実験の結果なんです。
Light just moves at
もちろん
300,000.
実際の実験では宇宙船なんて用意できない
Well,
の
the
で
thing is, I
もっとずっと短い距離で行われてい
I
ま
like
すけど
science a lot, and you have to see the trick. Well, what does that mean? Is it simply impossible for light to travel any faster than 300,000 kilometers a second? Yes. Wait, something's off. What if this spaceship traveled at a speed of 300,000 kilometers a second too? That's not possible. If you go at the same speed as light, it emitted, so the light wouldn't travel ahead of the spaceship, would it? Which Vsauce's video, and what happens if you shown, if you had a headlight, if you moved the spaceship at light speed, what would happen? And if the light doesn't seem to be moving to anyone else inside the spaceship, could they even use headlamps in the first place?
せつなさんはさすがですね。そう、そこがこの話の肝です。宇宙船の中から見ると光はちゃんと前に進んでるんです。
In that case, shouldn't the light reach Earth faster in the spaceship? No.
それでは第2問の答え合わせです。 宇宙船の中から見た場合、光は 0.6 秒で地球に到着しているんです。地球にいる私たちが1秒と認識しているだけなんです。
I did not think this anime would go all the way into this kind of stuff, dude. I like this. It's not stuff that I didn't know before, but you know,
言い
it's
換えまし
funny.
ょう。光は 0.6 秒で地球に到着しました。その間
Which
に
means that the
地
spaceship,
球では1
for
秒
the
が過ぎて
spaceship,
い
it
るん
would
で
have
す。
taken 0.6 seconds, but if you were on Earth observing, it would have taken 1 second, which means that the spaceship has, for like, time has moved faster for the spaceship. So it would actually take 0.6 second, but more time on Earth would pass across the same period. Maybe it's the other way around. It'd take a full second, but inside the spaceship only 0.6 seconds would pass, which is actually true. But couldn't it take both 0.6 second and 1 second, surely? Which is it?
本当なんてありませんよ。0.6 秒かかったとも言えるし、1秒かかったとも言えるんです。
Inside the spaceship, 0.6 seconds would have passed, while 1 second would have gone
時
by on
間
Earth.
の流れは絶対的なものではなく、相対的なもので、測り方によって変わるんです。高速で移動する物体にとっての1日が地球での
Couldn't
1
be
年や
inside an
10年
object
に
at
な
the
る
speed
こ
of
とだっ
light
てあるん
because
です。
you couldn't move at the speed of light because anything with mass can't do that. But okay, whatever. That's why decades have passed when Urashima Taro returned to Earth.
以上が浦島効果の原理です。浦島太郎に限らず、タイムトラベルを題材にした昔話は世界中に存在しています。もちろんこの島にも。
This visual novel is also one of those.
機会がありましたら調べてみるのもいいかもしれませんよ。
For a moment I thought I had a handle on it, but I still don't quite understand. I'll sleep on it tonight and think about it again tomorrow. Though I feel like I'll have forgotten all this by the
それで
morning.
は第3問です。
Another... Wait, there's more?
さっきせつなさんが言った秒速30万 km で進む宇宙船の例をもう一度考えてみましょうか。秒速30万 km で進む宇宙船から発射された光もやっぱり地上の人間から見たら1秒後に到着します。ところでこの宇宙船が地球に到着するのはいつでしょうか。
Question is just these. The first one, the speed of light is 300,000 kilometers a second. The distance to Earth is exactly the same after 1 second, right?
そうですね。1秒後。つまり光と同時に到着します。
So light wouldn't have traveled ahead of the ship at all, which is teleportation almost. You couldn't. That's why you couldn't move. That's why you can't move at light speed, because that would be. If they're traveling at two different speeds, there's no way they could arrive at the exact same time. To arrive at the same time, both the spaceship and the beam of light would have been moving at the same speed. They're moving to them. They would be moving instantly. In other words, the light wouldn't have traveled ahead of the spaceship.
いえ、光は進んでいますよ。
Someone gives me a hint. Will less time have passed inside the
そ
spaceship?
う、時間です。地球から見た場合、光が到着するまでに流れた時間も、宇宙船が到着するまでに流れた時間も、ともに1秒です。一方、宇宙船の中から見た場合、
Yes, no time would elapse.
地球に到着するまでの間に流れ
But
た
that's
時
again
間は
not
0
entirely
秒です。
possible. But sure.
0秒しか経っていないから、秒速30万 km で進む宇宙船と秒速60万 km で進む光が
Yeah,
同時
yeah,
に
yeah.
地球に到着することができたんです。
Finally starting to understand what she meant. When she said the passage of time is relative,
秒速30万 km すなわち高速で移動する宇宙船の中では時間は流れていないんです。
what if Urashima Taro really did board a faster than light spacecraft? No, that's not how that works. Faster than light. That's not how that works. That's not the same thing she just said. Faster than light is a very different thing, and that's not even possible, but in that case, an unlimited amount of time could have passed for him within the blink of an eye. By the time he opened his eyes again, the universe might have ended. I wonder if anyone would actually want one-way ticket into the void of time like that.
ここまでの話をまとめましょう。物体の移動速度が高速に近づくほど、その物体が置かれている時間の流れは遅くなります。そして、
What's it called? Is that
高速に達すると
what's called
その
special
物体には
relativity?
時間が流れなくなります。
I figured out if you go faster than light to take negative seconds to arrive somewhere, thus traveling to the past. Oh my god, indeed, because that would make sense, because if you're going slower than the speed of light, it'll take you this many seconds. If you're moving at speed of light, it'll be instant, no time passes. But if you're going faster than light, you're actually doing negative seconds and going in the past. That would oh my god, dude, that is how we're gonna do backwards time travel, dude. Then we cracked the code, except again we kind of, it's kind of assumed. I think I'm assuming it might be like or scientifically impossibly like proven somewhere that you cannot go faster than the speed of light. Anything with mass cannot even move at the speed of light or faster. It's not even possible. I heard that. I don't have any sources. I assume that is like assumed or proven anyway. 4. Can already imagine what it's going to be. They're actually gonna do it. 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 They're gonna say you move back in time. There's only one possible answer. Dude, oh my god. They're doing it. Oh my god, I need this real quick. Just a sec. I need to, just for a moment, I will need to just... Oh, she says, no, you retard, you can't move faster than the speed of light. Oh my god. No! Yes, exactly. Yes. Oh yes, alright. However, setting a good student's further challenge is also part of a teacher's job. Oh my god. Strelly, you got it before it happened. Oh my god. I mean, this must have happened in the anime too, right? Because this feels like such a thing I would have to talk about in the anime. I don't remember it, to be honest. I've watched all episodes. I don't remember that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Maybe the storytelling wasn't just as good as this. Maybe they did tell it somewhere, but it didn't stick with me at the time. That this was important for the story. I don't know. What would actually happen if time were to turn back? No, I can't imagine. I can't begin to imagine. Oh, here we go again. So that would be double. That would be double speed of light, which means you'd be going backwards at real time. But you know, like you'd be going just backwards, where 1 second is still 1 second, right? You need infinite energy to achieve that speed. Yeah, this whole thing, we're gonna assume this is okay for this story, right? Because they need some way to explain backwards time travel, I guess. But that's not right. This doesn't seem right. But whatever. From the perspective of someone standing down on Earth, it's twice the speed of light, but light itself moves at a fixed speed. In other words, it arrives in half a second, the light arrives after 1 second. But that wouldn't make any sense, because what if you're going at double the speed of light, effectively traveling backwards in time, turning on your headlights? What would happen then? Your headlights would... Okay, this is a thing. Okay, if this is true, that's wrong. If you have a headlight, you shape it like a bowl, and in the bowl it's like a light, and you're going at somehow magically going at double light speed. You turn on your headlights. Where does the light go? It has to be pushed by the bowl. Then it drags behind so it then goes through it. Then it would move slower than the spaceship. We would have to either go through the spaceship, pass through it, or the spaceship as a headlight, as a bowl, would have to push it forwards, which means that the light can then go at double speed of light, which doesn't make any sense. This whole thing doesn't make any sense. Going faster than speed of light doesn't make any sense. None of this, whatever. This really is the case. What do you do? Cool and reaches to pat me on the head. No, I should do the opposite, dude. I'm not sure how I should feel about this. I'm a little proud of myself, but it's slightly awkward. Just make the spaceship out of glass so light can go through it. But that would just... Yes, the light would arrive after space. So you're still moving forwards, but you're going back in time. Okay, wait just a second. No. How are you gonna explain that? It's traveling ahead of the ship, yet it would arrive after them. But you're going back in time though, right? I thought time was supposed to flow backwards. So strange elevators mean the time had reversed inside the spaceship. But in my head this doesn't make any sense, because it's still moving forward, but then, so you're saying but we have moved back in time. Okay, so they're saying we do move forward, but we arrive before the light. Whatever. Meaning that when it arrived on Earth, the ship wouldn't have yet emitted any light. So you're saying that... but the ship... from the perspective of the people inside the craft, the light would actually be discharged half a second later. It's the only way to explain the situation. The beam of light would still be traveling ahead of the ship, but it would arrive afterwards, and these two facts aren't in contradiction. Well, physics-wise, it wouldn't make any bloody sense, but... However, Kuon gazes at me without responding. What's wrong? Wasn't that the right answer? I'm sorry, but... Yeah, please elaborate, because I'm seeing all kinds of problems with this. Because then... Okay, so at that point... So you're saying that the ship wouldn't have yet discharged the lights half a second after when it arrived on Earth. Because it was moving at double light speed. Then there would be 2 copies of the ship. But how would the ship then split apart into 2 copies of the ship? Also, so it would be moving back in time so that... Okay, I don't... Yeah, yes. I don't... So the ship arrives half a second before it was actually... whatever. Ship would arrive before anyone could see it. When does the ship... When it goes back in time, when does the ship appear? How does it work? That must have been explained to me before in the future, though I can't say I understand completely. There's still some points I don't really get. Too much brain power is being used for this nonsense. They probably never mentioned... Now it makes sense why they never mentioned the fact that objects can't go at the speed of light or faster, because they basically threw that out the window just to explain this. Yeah, whatever. So you arrive, and you're in the past, because the ship hasn't arrived yet. The original ship hasn't even hit its headlights yet, and haven't started moving at 600... Whatever. Can I ask one question? In this case, what exactly would the light have been emitted by the spaceship? When exactly would the light have been emitted? By the time the beam of light would have reached Earth, time would have rolled back to a point before the crew had even turned on. In reality, the light would already have been emitted. So what if the crew decided not to turn on the light that time around? The time had been reversed inside the ship, and each crew member's consciousness and all the memories would have presumably been turned back as well. In that case, you'd assume they would repeat the same actions again. What if an outside factor were to interfere with the ability to turn on the light? For example, what if the people on Earth were to stop them or break their headlamps? In that case, the light wouldn't be emitted, though it would arrive. That's strange. No matter how you think about it, in that moment, something that isn't supposed to exist would have been brought into existence. A time paradox, in other words. When would the light have been emitted from the crew's perspective? Their future self sent it back into the past. I'm not even gonna... Something still bothers me. Wouldn't the crew feel as though they'd suddenly wandered into the future? And would their future selves and the consequences of their actions continue to exist in that world? So then it would probably feel as they had amnesia, or that they had been spirited away. Almost like the main character of the story. This is just a coincidence. There's no denying the fact that I've been hearing a lot about amnesia and people being spirited away these days. No. No, this isn't actually what I wanted to know. If you were to use a spaceship to turn yourself back in time, you could redo your own life, but the world itself would keep on turning and leave you behind. What's the point of that? There's no type... That's not the type of time travel I'm after. Is it possible to travel back into the past? It's the only way I could change anything. Otherwise, how would I be able to save anyone? Please tell me how to travel into the past. Before I realize I'm shaking Kuon's shoulders. When I let go, Kuon pulls her hood back over her eyes. Been about to slip off. I'm sorry, Is she mad at me? Is she just wary of me because I suddenly lost my composure like that? She pauses for a moment. Yeah, but I'd like to confirm it somehow. I give her a brief answer and wait for a reply. If she says it's impossible, I'll give up. I'll accept that I'm just some random amnesiac obsessed with my own delusions. But if she reckons it's
可
possible,
能性はあります。
then I'll stay just the way I am.
先ほど説明した通り、超高速運動をする物体には
That,
時間
whatever.
が逆向きに流れます。
Nonsense, but whatever.
なら、世界を巻き戻す
I'm
ため
gonna
には
just believe
世
that
界
for
そ
this,
の
but
ものを超高速運動させればいいんです。
the whole world, you have to make the earth move faster than the speed of light.
もちろん、世界を包み込むほどの宇宙船は作れませんし、そんな宇宙船を超高速で飛ばすことなど不可能。ただし、
Cool gazes at the water's edge. Waves keep breaking on the shore, then retreating back out to the sea.
振動させることなら可能です。
Vibrate fast enough?
振動も一種の移動です。高速で振動させれば、宇宙船に
How
乗っ
would
て
you
移動したの
shake
と
the
同じ効果を得られます。
Yes, make the Earth escape its orbit and doom into being frozen and travel through the cosmos forever. I know, right? Because that like doesn't make any sense either. Because it is moving because you're going at a speed, but it then is time traveling. But then you would move the Earth outside of its escape you would have it move faster than its escape velocity, and it would just, while going backwards through time, it would then just fly away, and I don't know, shaking the entire planet. Isn't that more difficult than building a giant spaceship?
それがそうでもないんですよ。例えば電子レンジ。あれは特定の周波数の電磁波を発生させて、
Don't
水
even
分子の振動
try
を与
to
える装置です。
don't even try to like do something else. Like, what do microwaves have to do with this?
ある意味では電子レンジも一種のタイムマシンと言えるかもしれませんね。
Steins Gate, baby. How? Because what's vibrating there?
もしも強力な電子レンジのようなもので自分以外の世界の
What's
全てを
vibrating there?
振動させられれば
The electromagnetic waves are vibrating, oscillating. If everyone jumps at the same time, that oscillates. The Earth oscillates, so it travels back in time. We can see dinosaurs. Oh my god. Oh my god. Time would turn back for the rest of the world, but not for you. In other words, it is possible to travel to the
もちろん
past.
理論上はですが
That's good enough for now. As long as there is even the slightest possibility that I've come here from the future, even if it's just a 1% chance, I still have a reason to stay on this island. And that's okay for me to stay myself. Even if people don't accept me for who I am, I'll be able to build a new self. No matter what kind of person I'll become, I'll still be me. Though my new self will be different from my old self, of course. As I am right now, no doubt. I know that I'll be able to receive the things I've lost. Thank you, Kuon. I was about to lose sight of who I am, but thanks to you, I think I found myself again.
私も久しぶりにたくさんお話できて嬉しかったです。
Gonna get something to hydrate. Gotta hydrate so your brain doesn't fry. Did I actually manage to leave a good impression? How did you leave a good impression? You ran after her bollock naked. And then whatever. Maybe this is a chance for me to get a bit closer to her. What do I do? What do I do? Flirt with Kuon? Mind my own place. Shoot. She is a mom, but my main character is also of age. I think between his 20s or 30s. And that mom doesn't look very... I don't know. I'll mind my place, to be honest. I don't think... And the coolest thing about this game, by the way... I don't know if this is a thing in visual novels of nowadays, but you get this, and this is a flowchart. So if I choose a different option, as you can see, I've already reached an ending, and here's another ending I reached. You can go back without loading a save file. You can just click and go back to a certain option, and you can choose the other route from whenever. So if I finish this game, I can go back and try everything else. So I'm gonna mind my place. I could eventually come back and have a look at what this other option would have done, but let's just mind my own place. What am I thinking? Kuon is Nina's mother. If Nina was ever to find out, I'd be fired on the spot. Come on, let's hurry home. Your daughter must be worried, man.
どうして急に他人行儀になるんです？
Could you possibly mean, ma'am? I always endeavor to address my employers with my utmost courtesy.
日本語変ですよ。
Nihongo hen desu yo. Your Japanese is weird. It's a little frustrating to be told that there's someone who, until moments ago, I could only communicate in writing.
でも、ずいぶん話し込んじゃいましたし、そうですね。戻りましょうか。
I can go back in time. Yes, but that's because visual novel. That has nothing to do with the story. Was that a wasted opportunity? Look, man, I can go and do the other thing. I could go back. I mean, I could. Whatever. I'm gonna not. Yes. I ended up following her all the way to her bedroom door. Not that I ever really doubted it, but when I saw her stride confidently through the mesh, I realized that for certain that she was Ohara-kun. Ohara-kun, Nina's mother, a total shut-in, and yet clearly very learned. She must have a computer in there, right? I'm looking up time travel. Why would she be knowing this stuff about time travel? Anyway, I'm sure it was only thanks to that beautiful voice of hers that I was able to follow her science. Like, she must like science a lot then, without too much trouble.
どうかしましたか？
She watches Vsauce. Oh my god, what the heck? I was just entranced by the sound of your voice. What?
せつなさんたら、おばさんにお世辞なんて言っても仕方ないですよ。
She called herself Obasan. You sound a lot like Nina. I mean
あ
it.
の子と比べられると、さすがに負けますけど。
Unless you're the other type. Unless you're that kind of person. She looks all gloomy. I never know how serious she's being. I'm always dead serious myself, of course.
毎晩、あの子の散歩に付き合ってくれてるんですよね。
You know everything about us, don't
いつ
you?
も窓から見てますから。
Stalker. I see, then I'll have to be careful not to accidentally fall on top of her. What a nice little reference to anime cliche.
はい。できれば、ベッドの上でお願いしますね。
This game. It's so hard to tell whether or not she's joking. Don't worry, I'm here to help. I would never do anything to hurt
ど
her.
うやら、迷いは晴れたみたいですね。
You back? Oh, did you find the conversation thing just now? I don't know if you saw that. I'm always watching from the window. I'll have to be careful not to accidentally fall on top of her. Yes, please save that for the bedroom. Yeah, thanks to you. Time travel is more than just a pipe dream. I'm here to change the past. I still don't know what I'm supposed to do exactly, but I'll just have to try what else. Try it again, whatever.
よろしくお願いします。あの子は私のたった一人の家族ですから。
Oof. Goes without saying, I'll save her, and not just her, I'll save this island and everyone else I've met here. So if you ever need any help with anything, feel free to ask me. He keeps saying saving, but like saving from what?
あらあら、二頭を追うもの、一頭も得ずですよ。
Oh my. Arara. I mean it, this is my mission.
せつなさんは浦島太郎の話の結末をご存知ですか？
No. Huh? How many times do we need to hear this story?
竜宮城から帰ってきて何十年も経っていることに気がついた浦島太郎は絶望し、乙姫から持たされた玉手箱を開けてしまいます。
What's in there?
開けてはいけないと言われていた玉手箱を。そ
He
の
dies.
結果、浦島太郎は本来の年齢にふさわしい
Instantly
ヨボヨボの老
dies
人になってしまい
at that
ます。
moment. In the real world, you mean like if time hadn't moved faster for him, if he hadn't been time traveling? She's right, that's how the story ends. What's cool in trying to
ど
say?
うして乙姫は浦島太郎にそんなひどいことをしたのでしょ
I
うか。
mean, he broke his promise to her, of course. Not supposed to break your promises, no matter what. That's the moral of the story. What if it isn't just a folklore? What if it's science fiction? In that case, there would be some way of explaining Otohime's intention.
私の解釈では、それは乙姫の優しさだったんで
Dude,
す。
this is going way deep. Kind.
玉手箱に入っていたのは過去へ戻るためのタイムマシンで、浦島太郎は元いた時代へ戻っていったんです。
The world. You're talking about like a different world line in this case. Maybe. I don't know.
そして 本来の時間の流れの中で人並みの人生を送りました。結婚もしたかもしれませんし、子供も生まれたかもしれません。そうしてゆっくりと年を重ねていったんです。
In other words, the traditional tale is an abridged version. That's why people say Urashima Taro grew old all of a sudden. I see it's interesting interpretation.
玉手箱の中身は浦島太郎の救済装置だったんです。
Wait a minute, if it's true, why did Otohime tell him not to open it? I mean, she gave it to him in order to save him, right?
開けてはいけないではなく、開けないでほしいだったのではないでしょうか。
But why?
過去に戻るということは、乙姫と過ごした時間も積み重ねてきた思い出も出会ったことさえもなかったことにするということです。それは乙姫にとっては耐え難いことだったんです。
Opening the Tamatebako may have saved Urashima Taro, but it cost Otohime everything she had.
いいですか、刹那さん。自分のすべきことを見失わないでください。
There's a tone of warning in her voice. It's almost as if she knows that I've already forgotten my goal, as if she realizes I might do something reckless.
それではおやすみなさい、刹那さん。
And with that, she disappears behind the door. What's Kuon trying to tell me? Was that just a roundabout way of chiding me into my former playfulness? Maybe I've creeped her out. I mean, that was the first time I've actually spoken, now that I think about it. Good night, Kuon. I addressed her through the closed door. Anyway, I'm sure that I've made some measure of progress today, and tomorrow I'll be able to take another step forward. If I can get a little closer to her day by day, maybe she'll eventually show me what lies beneath that hood. I had a lot of fun today, heart. You're back to writing notes. Perhaps we've made less progress than I thought. Oh boy. That was... I'll go back and flirt with... I could. Just a sec. Alright, you know what? Sure. Alright, sure. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. It'll just end up in the same place, probably. We'll do it. Flirt with cool. Yeah, I think... Oh, Shadowy, you missed this choice. Flirt with cool, never mind my play. That's right, this is my chance. I have no idea when Her Highness will finally give in to caprice and fire me, so it can't hurt to get closer to cool, and while I still have the chance, I'll treat you to a drink as a token of my gratitude. I got paid today. She just denies me instantly. What? Seems like... Whoa! Oh, this is so dumb. It's all like they knew. It's like they knew. It's like they knew. It's like they knew. Oh my god. And then we get back. Yeah, I love this because when you see blue text, you know you're back to what you've already seen. They knew. It's so dumb because the other option said something like, "This may have been a missed chance," and that makes you want to go back, and it's like, oh my god. They knew. They totally knew. Oh my god. Oh, wait, that's not the right. Oh, I have to like move back. Now I see why skip is never instant, because that would make no sense. Alright. Lazy devs. I saved that. You know what? That's also true, but it's not like it actually does anything. What have I been up to? Well, I was flirting with your mom. The ocean and the sandy beach, the starry sky above. Such a breathtaking scenery. But the angry pout but the angry pout the princess is wearing is very nearly spoils the view. Imagine the route though, flashing Nina's mom, and then going on a date with her. Ooh, baby. You were waiting for me? Which is it? Oh, dude, don't. That I I think my legs are full of mosquito bites, because that's great. Because she twists her neck for me to see. I get that she's been waiting, but what she want me to say? Alright then, I'm going to draw X on it with my fingernails. Oh.
こら触らないでよ変態
Maybe I'll make some marks. So it looks like... What? Stop.
なんてことするのよ
Whoops, I forgot that Kuon is watching us through the window. Sorry, I took it too
な
far.
んで急に土下座するのよ
Oh, she like broke to the house. Like, sorry. Oh my god, this is the best thing. Oh my god. This visual novel is great. I love the humor. I think it's better than the anime. Although I don't remember too much from the anime. Maybe I should rewatch it again after doing this game to really see how it's different. Whatever. Don't worry, it's nothing. Come, let's get going. I wipe the sand from my forehead and set off along the beach at a respectful distance from Nina. Aren't I the gentleman?
今夜のあなたなんだか生意気
A hot spoon on the bite helps. I don't know. Dude, I had my legs full. There were like 7 in one area on my leg. Yes, 7 bites. That's great. Or stings, I guess. If they don't bite, they sting. Oh, you noticed, actually, I had a rather pleasant experience earlier.
行きたくない
I never said I'd tell you.
やっぱり生意気調子に乗ってると足元すくわれるわよ
Rina strides briskly forward, leaving me behind. Despite what she says, there's a light bounce onto her step as if she's enjoying herself. You'll stumble if you're not more careful. With a small gasp, Rina doubles over. Rina! I rush to Dina's side. She's pressing her hand to her right ankle, and her eyes are swimming with tears. Oh, don't do this. Oh no, we need another one of those at everyone. If you don't watch, we'll make the girls cry. A glass soda bottle rolls to my feet, making a rattling sound. She must have stepped on this and slipped. Carry her? Like the Princess Carrie. Oh no, we have to go back and treat that.
いいわよこれくらい
Go for
なん
it.
でもないわ
Go for it. Dina stands up and sets off again. She's limping slightly. It's obvious that her ankle still
日
hurts.
課だからかかしたら日課じゃなくなっちゃうから
She's not giving an inch. Alright then, don't move. Yes! Practically forcing Nina onto my back, I pick her up and start carrying her. Though she's a lot heavier than I expected.
何よ自分からやっておいて
Just a little out of shape
じゃ
right
あ下
now.
ろしたらいいじゃない
As if I'm about to wimp out like that. It looks
ナ
so
ルシ
lame.
スト
Oh, do you have a problem with me doing this?
恥ずかしい
Makes sense. I bend the knee to let Nina down. She wordlessly wraps her arms around my neck. This is the second time that we've met that I felt the warmth of her body against me. It happened in the same place that day, around the same time, but I feel like our relationship has changed a lot since then. Ha ha. From almost killing her, taking her hostage. Maybe that's presumptuous of me, though. Where shall we go, Your Highness?
ここじゃない
I'm sure it was the Hime-sama carry then. As you wish. At Nina's command, I start walking, one tiny step at a time, like a sluggish turtle.
大丈夫疲れない
Very tough going, to be
だ
honest.
から言ったでしょ一人で歩けないわけじゃないんだからもういいのよ
I'll go as far as I can, if that's what you wish. Considering how fast this world is, I'm far too slow-paced. I know that, on my own 2 feet, I don't have the power to carry on anywhere that's not here. Alright, did I misread? Carry on to anywhere that's not here.
無駄
But
に
still.
頑張り屋さんねあなたって
The wink! The wink! That's just the age I'm at. There's something that drives me to keep hacking away, even if I know it's useless. Lina sleepily buries her face in the nape of my neck. Good luck. Did I manage to whisper that little whisper in my ear? Imagine that little... Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Did I imagine a little whisper in my ear? That's right. I'll take you to the ends of the earth. I'm dying. By the time we arrive at the edge of the private beach, I'm already at my limit. I sit down in a small boat that's lying on the shore and let the ocean breeze cool my body. I broke the little brace where the oar goes. I was just resting my hand on it though. How long has this boat been here? I look over at Nina trying to gauge. Welcome to English language. That word... I know what gauge is. I don't think I've ever read it, and so my brain went with gouge at first. Boat is a time she confirmed. Gauge whether or not she's mad at me for breaking it, but she's busy playing in the sand and doesn't seem to have noticed. She's almost like an innocent young child enchanted by a pretty seashell or a glass bottle. Cool's words echo through my mind. Please look after her, okay? Really though, what does Kuon expect of me? She told me not to lose sight of what I have to do. At this point, I'm starting to like the idea of just living out my life in peace here on this island, but at the same time, I'm afraid of changing. I'm afraid of what might happen if I not only forget my goal, but forget ever having forgotten it. If I let my gaze drift, I let my gaze drift, and my eyes meet Nina's. Come to think of it, do you have any goals?
目的
With these walks of yours, for instance, is there a reason why you've made this part of your daily routine?
別に
I see, weight loss.
違うわよ
The more you try to deny it, the more I know it's true.
やっぱりその重かった
Oof. Don't worry, women are attractive with a little meat on them.
なんで慰められなくちゃいけないのよ
Thick. I'm giving you a compliment.
なんで肉付きを褒められなくちゃいけないのよ
What? That's the first I've ever seen a word meatiness. Now she's mad. Maybe I took it a little too far this time.
探し物よ
She sits down next to me and starts toying with the sand at her feet.
散歩の目的探し物をしてたの
Call him Piggy. No. Should have said that sooner. I'll help you.
うんいいの
It doesn't really look like she got much meat, to be honest. Why not? Ina stops fiddling with the sand and raises her head.
もう見つかったから
A person stranded. She turns to me with a broad smile.
でも
All
こうし
abroad.
て
I
砂
made the
浜を
same
散歩
joke
する
again.
癖は抜けなかったみたい気がついたら日課になっちゃってた
Or was she talking about me that she found, or was it something else? I don't know. I see. So you don't really have a goal anymore.
そう私はこうしてぼんやり歩いているだけ
I
で
just
十分
imagine like a train, and the train conductor goes like a steam train is like all abroad choo choo at the train. It's like I don't even know.
ここにあるものだけで満足
The sky, the stars, the ocean, the beach. They're all things you encounter everywhere. They're open for all to see, but nobody will ever have them all to themselves. And maybe that's okay. There's no rule that says everybody needs a goal in life. If you're satisfied with your lot, you're free to use your time however you want. I see Chris on a bike going all abroad, riding off. You're sure to find small moments of happiness that way. A life like that might be nice. However, what's with this lurking sense of unease?
欲しかったものは全部ここにあるから
Look over at Ina, she's still smiling. Oops. Happiness, it's with an I. I'm pretty sure happiness is with an I, actually. Yeah, for some reason. Don't ask me why. That again, English language. Yeah, boy. I don't know. Welcome to the English language. Inconsistencies everywhere. Like I think. Anyway, whatever. I was thinking of something, but whatever. She looks at like a little child who's just been given a new toy, having recently broken an old favorite. I'm almost driven to ask her again just to make sure. Are you really satisfied? Oh, you misread that they wrote it with an I, whatever. I'm sure that Ina would just smile and nod quietly if I were to ask that. I wish I could live like you.
何よそれ 失礼ね。
Oh, I'm not making fun of you or anything, I'm just jealous. If I were a little kid and I broke my favorite toy, I'm not sure I'd ever stop sulking. Even if the replacement toy was much better, I'd just keep clinging to the old raggedy one. That's why I keep saying things that are better left unsaid. Hey Dean Nick, yeah, can I ask you something? I know I shouldn't, but I can't stop myself. What happened to the island 5 years ago? I've been wondering about this for a while. Dean was supposedly spirited away 5 years ago, and a fire at Urashima Shrine which killed Sada's parents also happened 5 years ago, and Karen said that her mother left the island when she was 12, going by her age. That must also have been 5 years ago. The three families all seem to have met with some kind of misfortune around the same time. It's hard to believe it's a coincidence.
そんな昔のこと覚えてないわ。
Nina would have been 12 at the time, like Karen. It makes sense that she wouldn't remember. I feel a certain anxiety about having brought up the topic she might well be trying to forget. And that anxiety eventually bleeds over into guilt and self-doubt. I'm sorry for asking.
私こそ力になれなくてごめんなさい。
I really have a reason to stay on this island. I want to change the world, this present. But what if it's impossible to change the present without also changing the past? What if I can't save anybody unless I'm able to redo the past 5 years? Perhaps it was 5 years ago that I intended to arrive. Perhaps I'm too late to change anything in this age. Did I make a mistake? Have I run out of options? No, I can't be right. I can still change the present. And if I change the present, the future should change too. Do you like bean jelly? Karen said she wants to have some with you. Dina's bewildered expression turns into a smile.
いいわね。私も甘いもの好き。
Nice. There's no need for me to rush. I can start with things that are within easy reach. It's time to stop sulking like a little kid. We're going to a place called Ryugu, apparently.
竜宮。
We're meeting in front of the Urashima Shrine tomorrow at noon. It's my treat, so you don't have to bring anything. What's wrong, Dina?
やっぱりやめとく。
Oh, well, okay, never mind. Spoiler. Well, I think it'll be explained soon. Dina suddenly stands up and turns her back to me. With that one word, she starts heading back toward the mansion. I'm so shocked at her sudden change in attitude. I'm rooted to the spot. Dina's silhouette gets smaller and smaller until it disappears into the thicket. Dina, I don't know what I did to ruin her mood. Did I say something wrong? There's still so much I'm clueless about right now. Well, that's something I did remember from the anime story. We'll get to that. I wanted to end here, but you know, I'm gonna keep going. I had another strange dream. If I had to sum it up in one sentence, I'd say I was being attacked by a monster. Actually, it was more like a zombie, something too gruesome for words, something not from this world. Its movements were sluggish. It could probably have escaped had I tried. The man in my dream didn't make any effort to escape, though. He couldn't save her either. He only had one choice. He raised the knife he was holding. What a revolting sight. It's grotesque. I wouldn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. It almost looks like it's begging for my help, the way it's twisting its limbs. My heart throbs painfully, but I can't turn back now. Steeling myself, I stretch out my arm. Gotcha! And I pick up the centipede with my bare hand. Nice. Transition back into the story. Pick up the centipede with my bare hand. Ah, bit me. Oh god. Go ahead, drop it into the cage and close the lid. My fingertips starting to swell. I guess we went from the dream straight back into collecting insects for Sada. Oh, was it a venomous insect? Oh no, it just bit me. I turn towards the source of the voice and I see a certain tried maiden holding a butterfly net. Who's the fluffy ball of cuteness? Dude, it's Sada. Reminded by the Ibajari bit my lizard in the highlights, dude. That was great, dude. Oh my god. She peeks into my cage. It looks like it would be great just to head pet. My hand go to head pet that. Never mind that, Sarah. Look, it bit me. Hurry up and give me the serum.
心配には及びません。これは毒虫じゃないです。
Oh, sure. She turns over the insect cage and that's the centipede, which I risked my life to catch. Escape.
言ったはずです。毒虫を100匹捕まえてくださいと。
Well, did you catch any?
それが。
Sarah's net's completely empty. You're the one with the net. You haven't caught a single bug. That's pathetic.
ですから私、虫は苦手で。
Same, to be honest. Then give the net to me. It's wasted in your hands.
ムカデを触った手で触らないでください。バッチリです。
Huh. Why am I out here catching bugs with a girl who can't stand them? I suppose they promised to help yesterday, but I don't think she really meant it. We'll never get 100 of them at this rate. And she plans on using them to curse me to death, right? I'm sure there are more worthwhile ways of spending my time. When I look up to the heavens in despair, though, I spot something interesting. Hey, Sarah, pass me the net.
バッチリです。
She starts whacking me on the head with the pole of the butterfly net. Finally, I managed to grab hold of it and take it from her.
鉄田さんひどいです。もうその虫取り網使えません。
Put a hand image over her head? I wish she'd be quiet. A hand image, a green, like, take a picture of me doing this, and then, like, keying it out, and then, like, manually placing it on the head and moving it around. I wish she'd be quiet. Just watch. I slowly stretch the net out towards one of the nearby trees. Bash. Got it! I grab the insect that fell into the net and show it to Sarah. Look, it's a stag beetle. I don't know the species, but it's got to be a rare one. Look at the size of it. Look at the size of this lad.
クワガタ。
Never seen one?
はい。実物を見るのは初めてです。
I don't even know what it is. Sarah slowly reaches out for the beetle. But just as she's about to touch it... Oh god.
やっぱり気持ち悪いです。
Want me to let it go then?
もうちょっと見てからにします。
So she is interested in it. I'll put it in the cage. This one doesn't bite, so feel free to take a closer look.
はい。
I've been streaming for 2 hours. This really didn't feel like that though. Sarah and I both squat down and peer into the cage. What do you think? Isn't it big?
想像以上です。
I swear, with how this thing's gone, they must have gone into like some kind of innuendo joke right now. I've really never seen one before.
怖いじゃないですか。
Okay, as long as you know how to handle them. I swear! I swear! They're doing this. It's okay as long as you know how to handle them. Here, hold it by the neck like this.
触るんですか？
Experience is the best teacher. There aren't many bugs that have such nice glossy shells.
硬い。
Karen was standing and watching and listening. Guess what? Ow! Something hit me in the back of the head. I look over my shoulder.
さらに。
I knew it! The moment that line appeared on screen, I realized that we're going. Karen's standing there, her face a bright red.
クワガタ？
Seems like she had the wrong end of the stick. What else do you think you might have shown this innocent little girl in the middle of the woods? Don't.
いや、それは。
God. Oh, God. Still a bit early to be foraging for mushrooms, is it?
ちげえって、んなこと考えてねえって。
But if you insist, I don't mind showing you the famous mushroom that grows on Mount Sets. Please stop
いらね
this.
えよ。いじり寄ってくんな。
There's nowhere for you to Oh, hello, this is bad. Sway from side to side as I approach Kara, not unlike the zombie I saw in my dream. Suddenly I recall how the dream ended. Karen draws her butterfly knife.
切り落とされてえのか。
Sorry, I'm just a little kid, forgive me. I'm single size after all. Though I'm sure that one day I'll have that girl.
逃げました。
I'm
節田さん、
I'm not
風
I'm not oh god. Well, let's just go back to thanks. Let's go. Let's change the subject. Use the net. The stag beetles aren't very agile in flight, so it shouldn't be able to get far. That sound effect, dude. What the heck was that? Sarah shots off with her butterfly net. Thunk. Oh dear, looks like she tripped over the hem of her skirt.
平気です。
Oh.
それよりクワガタは
The sound effect. Dude, this show, this game, this just, it's got some innuendo humor and whatnot. Watching a little shrine maiden frolic in the grounds like this is truly calming.
つか、なんであんたとサラが虫取りなんかしてんだよ。
What were you doing? Catching bugs. I promised to help her yesterday, and it's crucial for me to gain Sarah's trust if I want to stay on the island. As long as she's still out to kill me, there's no telling what trouble she might cause. Though I'm not sure we're exactly best buddies now, I'd like to think that today's bug catching adventure has brought us a little closer.
で、私との約束は
Oh shit. My promise?
no.
Shit. What, is it noon already? I look up and notice how much higher the sun's climbed. It's now blazing pretty fiercely down on us.
姿が見えねえから登ってきてみれば。
Dumb.
ま、
Alright.
私足を伸ばすつもりだったけど。
Dumbass MC. You're dumb. Why did you do this?
で、リンネはどこにい
She
る
didn't
の
want to come. About that. Thinking back to what happened last night, I'm again stung by the pain of it. Thought it'd be awkward to run into her this morning, so I just snuck out. Sorry, she said no.
そっか。ま、仕方ねえよな。
So she shrugs it off. Karen looks quite put out. I can understand why. I'm sure she would have preferred to have a girl around her own age around instead of being stuck with me. Oh, well done, Sada.
すっかり仲良しだな、お前ら。
Well, she was my enemy. She's trying to kill me.
お姉ちゃんいたんですか？今気がついたのかよ。すみません。ちょっとクワガタで忙しかったので。私はこの虫以下か。
Nina turned her down, and now Sada's ignoring her. I should really say something to cheer Kaden up. Don't worry, Kaden, I still love you.
はあ？あんたは一人で木に砂糖水でも塗ってろよ。ほら、サラ、これいつもの。ありがとうございます。助かります。
Kaden hands Sarah a paper bag similar to the one she brought yesterday. Isn't like a daily fix.
変な言い方するんじゃねえよ。サラの好物なんだよ。
See, buttering her up with daily deliveries of her favorite treats. That's how you win her affection. That's why Sada's so friendly with Kaden. I'm kind of jealous. Alright, now I have to just figure out what it is that Sarah likes. That looks heavy. Shall I carry it?
いえ、平気です、これくらい。
Don't act like a stranger. Just leave the heavy lifting to your best guy friend.
なんだか気持ち悪いです。
Practically snatched the bag out of the unwilling Sarah's hands. Dunk. It's so heavy. What the hell's in this? Shall I just carry it back to the shed?
はい、お願いします。
Whew. Entering the prefab shed, I put the bag down on the kitchen counter. I need to reveal Sarah's big secret. Suppressing the urge to rip the bag open, I carefully peek inside. Oh, corn. And not canned corn either. Whole cobs of corn with the husks still attached. The bag is filled to the brim with them. Episode 4. Welcome to the Corn Festival.
え、これからせつなさんとデートなんですか？デート？ちげえよ。あいつはただの財布だ、財布。
As if. That saps my meal ticket?
ずいぶん薄っぺらそうな財布ですが。
Returning from the shed, I overhear a fairly unpleasant
で
conversation.
も、二人きりでお出かけするんですよね。リンでも来るはずだったんだよ。でもせつなのやつ断られたらしくてさ。誘っていないという可能性は？は？お姉ちゃんは純粋すぎます。せつなさんは最初からリンネさんを誘っていないとは考えないのですか？だからどうして？お姉ちゃんと二人きりでデートするためにです。
What the hell? Have a bit more faith in me. I invited her personally. She totally rejected me.
いたんですか？盗み聞きとは油断できませんね。
Sarah scowls at me the way a detective might look at a suspect he's in the middle of interrogating. Why is she so wary of me? Well, I suppose it's still a step up from the ice-cold glare she was giving me yesterday. I just don't have any means of proving my innocence.
刹那
No, no, no,
ま
no,
さか
no.
あんた私に下心があって最低ですね
I'm not getting her affection. I'm losing it. Alright, I need to turn things around. Karen, do you feel uncomfortable around me?
それは
Fidgeting, she turns away from me, her face bright red. Looks like I'm still in with a shot.
論外に決まってんだろ生まれ変わって出直してきやがれ
Of course.
それでは話もまとまったところで毒虫集めに戻りましょうか早く生まれ変わるためにも
Looks rather too pleased about that.
じゃあな刹那あんたには虫取りの方が似合ってるよ
And the other one's pretty off in a pretty awful mood again. What to do?
ばあちゃん私黒豆あんみつ鬼盛りで
What if they bring both? I guess.
私は焼きとうもろこしをお願いします
That's what I thought. How'd we end up here? Ah, whatever. Have some shaped ice with honey.
はいはいちょいと待ってね
The voice is great. When we arrive at the tea house, you good? It's a horse old granny that meets us from inside rather than the Otohime of legend. The wind chimes hang from the eaves, tinkle as they sway in the wind.
デートではないのであれば
Insert Chris Broad old man voice, dude. I was thinking the same.
それに
Sarah closes his eyes for a brief moment, as though pondering some profound question before opening them again.
ここの焼きとうもろこしは絶品なんです
Oh, that's good. That was some nice voice acting right there. Hey, watch where you're drilling. So you just want us to have some corn. Isn't this a tea house? Order something sweet.
焼きとうもろこしは自分で作るのが大変なんです
Oh well, at least I managed to get to rid her of those unfounded suspicions about my intentions. And I was released from my I genuinely lost the ability to read. And I was released from my bug catching duties. Talk about killing two birds with one stone. Colin, we could have saved ourselves a lot of trouble if we just invited Sarah in the first place.
うっせえなできりゃあんま外でサラと会いたくねえんだよ
Guess they're competing families. Aren't you good friends?
いわゆる家庭の事情
Yeah.
というやつですよ
Okay.
そういうことだ
I don't really get it. Does that have something to do with that Baldy bastard? The Garandos and the Kurtzes are two of the three families of Urashima. I'm sure that relations between them must be complicated, especially considering how insular this island is. All the same, though, that's stupid.
まったくだよ同感です
Times are changing. These two represent a new generation. You'd have to be extremely behind the times to still let yourself be bound to by your family name.
詳しく聞かねえのか
Nobody likes seeing the past dredged back up again, do they?
過去をほじくり返しに来た人の言葉としては意外ですね
She's right. I may be contradicting myself. Time flows from the past into the present and then into the future. It's all one-way traffic. The only way to change the future is by changing the present, and if you want to change the present, you have to change the past. But if I keep clinging to past times like this, there won't be much separating me from those old-timers who refuse to let go of old grudges and half-remembered family feuds. I've decided to focus on changing the present, not the past.
それが過去を変える行為だと先日も忠告したはずです
The present, as far as I'm concerned, is the moment we're in right now.
未来から来た刹那さんにとっては今が過去ですまたその話かよ頭がこんがらがってくるからやめてくれよ
You're right. To be honest, I don't really know what I'm saying myself. The conversation grinds to a halt. I thought I was still giving me a sidelong glare. No, maybe she's just trying to figure me out. Will I change the island for the better, or will I bring it to ruin? If my actions end in disaster, I'm certain to regret it in the future. I might even travel back to the past again to kill my past self and keep myself from really wreaking havoc. Come at me, whenever you want. Then we can settle the score, and I'll know whether or not I was right in what I've done. But as things stand, nobody knows what the future will bring, because the time only flows in one direction.
つかタイムトラベルとかありえねえから
Hey, don't interrupt my cool inner
過
monologue.
去に行ったり未来に行ったりできるんだったらさこの時代に未来人や原始人が来てるってのか
Because time machines are only a thing of the future. There's one right here. I'm from the future.
あんたはどっちかっつうと原始人の方だろ、精神的に。
Uh,
だいたいどうやって時間を移動するんだよ。机の引き出しにでも入んのか？
it's obvious that you just want to win another argument with me. It's not going to be that easy this time. Cool and give me a huge lecture on the logic underpinning time traveler's history. After all, what was it again? It's easier to travel back in the past. You need to stick the planet Earth in a giant microwave.
は？一人でターンテーブルの上で回ってろよ。
Maybe that sounds a bit off. I mean, it's like when you heat up frozen foods in a microwave and they get blasted with these radio waves, and so it works out faster than cooking them normally. Memories seem to have been totally erased. Maybe I recalled something I was supposed to talk about. Oh, help me, Osara the Wise.
もしかして相対性理論と電磁波ですか？ということは。
I'm sure Sara would be able to brush up my crappy explanation, clever as she is.
まさか
Seems like we've reached an understanding.
時空心を起こすというのですか？
Chrono Quake. She's so clever, it's impossible for me to keep up. Chrono what?
時空心。今私が名付けました。
Don't really know what it is, but it sounds cool.
要するにこの宇宙全体が超高速で振動する現象のことです。時空心が発生すればこの世界は過去へと遡り始めます。つまり時空心を発生させつつそれを回避する。例えばシェルターのような装置がタイムマシンということになります。
Well, I got the feeling that Kuon was saying something similar. Right, that's how it is, Karen. Got it?
で、そのタイムマシンはどこだよ？あんた全裸で転がってたんだろ？
It must have been swept out to sea, I guess.
服は？
Took them off so I wouldn't drown. Yeah, I'm sure that's how it went
ナ
down.
ノマシンとは考えられませんか？
Nano machine? Sorry, could you explain it in slightly simpler terms? I imagine that we're both total dummies. Imagine that we're both
あ
total
んた
dummies.
と一緒に住んじゃねえ。
Do you get what she means then?
だから言ってるだろ。タイムトラベルなんてありえねえって。
You're not even trying to warp your head around it, are you?
ああ言えばこういう。
Sarah catches our exchange. Watches our exchange pitted. How did I get catch from there? Sarah watches our exchange pityingly before addressing us again with a serious expression.
ナノマシンとは人間の体内などで動作する極
Yes,
小サイズの機械のことで
nanobots,
す。
nano things.
セツナさんの体内に取り込まれ全身に行き渡ったナノマシンは
How? Legit
細胞
how?
レベルで時空
Legit
心を
how?
通す防壁を展開した。だから生体以外はタイムトラベルできなかったんです。
That's it! I left my clothes behind in the future. It's so
だ
cool.
からそれは時空心ってやつが起こせたらの話だろ。
By the way, why is Karen the only one talking abbreviations like Hafta, Volia? I don't know. Don't ask me. Ask the script writers. I think the Japanese is also a bit impolite, I guess. So they wanted to make that a thing in the English version as well, which I think they've done a really good job with that. And I don't know why the other characters don't do that. I mean, there's he's right, this whole nanomachine story may be a little far-fetched. It's also true that a time machine wouldn't necessarily have to be one single device. I know I must have left my Chrono Quake generator behind in the future along with my clothes.
私はあんたを置き去りにして早く帰りてえよ。
Kairite, she said, which is like, yeah, that's like informal. It would have said kairitai, but saying like sugo instead of saying sugoi, it's suge. Like adding a to the end is kind of like slang, maybe even some male like slang, less female speech. Anyway, I mean, she said the F word twice before, so they've done a great job of some of the lines in this. Some of Karen's lines are a bit anyway. She always gets like this whenever we broach something a little complicated.
確かに、たとえ未来の技術をもってしても、人工的に時空心を発生させることは難しいでしょうね。では、時空心は
Naturally?
常に自然発生していると考えてはどうでしょう。例えば、 こうしておしゃべりをしている。
Yes. What do you mean?
時空心が発生すれば時間は巻き戻ります。ですが宇宙全体が巻き戻るがゆえに私たちの誰もその発生に気づくことはできないんです。
That's it. It must have happened countless times already. That's so cool. Did you get all that, Karen?
はい、お待たせ。あんみつとかき氷、それと焼きとうもろこしだったね。
お、待ってました。
Karen cries out in excitement. She's obviously more interested in the dessert than time travel. Oh well, I feel like I've gotten one step closer to unraveling the truth behind it myself. I decide to take my mind off it for now and reach out to grab my shaved ice. My arm freezes when I catch sight of the old woman. She's wearing a white headscarf concealing the right half of her face. The skin peeking out from underneath is pitch black and seems to be festering. She looks like a mummy or a zombie? Or an SKP from the land of the dead? Sarah must have noticed my reaction as she whispers in my ear.
バイモン病。この島のお年寄りに多い病気です。
Soup blight syndrome. Yes, what? What? Yes,
大
what?
丈夫です。空気感染はしないと言われています。
With that, Sarah takes a cord from the old lady as though nothing's wrong and sinks her teeth right into it. Looking over at Karen, it seems she's completely unfazed as well and is focused on her bowl of
カ
jelly.
レンちゃんにサラちゃん、ずいぶん久しぶりだね。元気にしてたかい？
まあ、ぼちぼちだな。お、マジで鬼盛りじゃねえか。サンキューばあちゃん。おばあちゃんは具合はどうですか？
そうだね。また最近痛むようになってきて、太陽の下には出ないようにしてるんだけどね。
Out in the sun,
ちゃんと医者には行ってんのかよ。
どうも本土の人間は苦手でね。
本土？モリス先生は島の人間じゃねえか。あ、そういえば先月本土から新しく看護婦さんが赴任してきたとか。なるほど。たく相変わらずだな、ばあちゃんは。
そうだサラちゃん、またいつものやってくれるかい？
はい、それでは。
what? Sarah puts her grilled corn to one side and lays her hand on the old woman's horribly inflamed skin.
痛いの痛いの、飛んでいけ。
Yes. Is that supposed to be some kind of spell? What a
あ
scam.
りがとうサラちゃん、ずいぶん楽になったよ。
Nice. The old woman smiles amiably. Hard to look her in the eye though, and she's hideously deformed.
それにしても二人揃った顔を見るのなんて5年ぶりくらいかね。
5 years? What?
確か最後に来たのは半年くらい前だったと思いますけど。おいおいばあちゃん、またボケが進んでるんじゃねえか？
そうだったかね。とにかくあんまり顔を見せてくれないから寂しくてね。
悪かったな。実はここんとこ金欠でさ。でもこれからは大丈夫だ。いい財布を見つけたから。
Kind of tilts her chin towards me.
うん？
What? The old woman turns to me for the first time.
まあまあまあまあ。
Rather, she didn't get so close.
まあまあまあまあまあまあまあ。
What are you- Oh, why are you eyeing up me like
久し
that?
ぶりだね。
I've never met before.
何言ってるんだい。ばあちゃんの顔忘れちまったのかい？
I don't think I easily forget a face like
あの
that.
頃と全然変わらないね。せつなちゃん。
Huh. Do you know me?
昔はよく二人でかき氷を食べに来てたじゃないの。
The girl.
ほら、あの帽子の女の子。名前は何だったかね。
Could she be talking about Dine?
ああ、そうそう、そうだよ。リンネちゃん。
It can't be. I mean, it's my first time visiting this place. Could I have come here before and forgotten about it? No, maybe my mind is swirling with thoughts. There are countless possible explanations, but even if what she says is true, something doesn't sit right with me.
あんなに仲良かったのに、今日は別の女の子2人も連れちゃって、せつなちゃんたら女ったらしだね。
Why didn't Nina tell me? Why'd she pretend we'd never met before? It's been bothering me ever since I first arrived. Why did Nina decide to hire a suspicious guy like me as a servant? Why did her calling me Setsuna stop me in my tracks like that? When was this exactly, ma'am?
そうだね。今からだいたい
Old woman counts on her fingers. One by one, she extends the dishes of her
5
hand.
年くらい前の話
Well,
だ
I
ね。
mean, you said that about the other ones too, but like, what if I was really on the island at the time? Just who am
い
I?
や、5ヶ月前の
Yeah,
ことだっ
that's what I
たか
thought.
ね。
おいおいせつな、ばあちゃんのボケ話を真に受けたってしょうがねえぞ。
Conan's voice pulls me back to reality.
島にお前みたいな変人がいて、私たちが知らねえわけねえだろ。
And how does she know my name?
ばあちゃん、よくこいつの顔を見てみろって。どうせ人違いだろ。
はて、おかしいね。
The old woman peers into my face again. Her right eye, partially covered by the headscarf, is glassy with disease.
よく見たら見覚えのないお兄ちゃんだね。
Never mind then. Don't scare me like that. I put my hand to my chest in relief. I doubt that that's risen up inside me. The doubt that has risen up inside me hasn't disappeared. In fact, it's only growing larger. I feel like it's going to swallow up my identity. Who am I kidding?
ありゃ、溶けかけちまってるね。作り直してこようかね。お詫びに鬼盛りにしとくよ。
He takes the bowl of melting ice back to the shop.
焼きとうもろこしの追加もお願いします。
That's why she was so quiet. She's been working all the way through that corn. My head hurts. The Titanic serving of shaved ice turned to be a big bucket filled to the brim with ice and syrup. Working my way through that thing was pure torture. It helps that I'm such a massive fan of shaved ice. For a normal person, it would be impossible to finish. Though I admit that Karen helped me out a little near the end.
かき氷なんか選ぶからだろ。あんみつならいくらでも食えるのに。
What? You might. Just looking at the Titanic bean jelly was enough to give me heartburn. The shaved ice is so much prettier to look at. It's like smoke.
雪、ね
Karen raises her head, looks up to the heavens. The sky is bright and blue, and striated with fluffy columns of cloud. There's absolutely no chance of snow here. Rather, the sun is blazing fiercely down on us. It's the peak of summer. It's so hot today. I just want to jump into the ocean, go for a
え。
swim.
泳ぎゃいいじゃねえか。そこら中海だぞ。
That's true. Actually, didn't Nina say that the beach was private land? Alright, let's change into our swimsuits as soon as we get home and meet up right in front of Nina's place.
どこの小学生だよ。つうか、私たちはこれから仕事だ。
It's tough being a working adult. How about
今
tomorrow?
日と同じ。午前は補習、午後は仕事だ。
You're always wearing either a school uniform or a maid outfit, so what's the problem with a swimsuit?
どっちも制服だ。あんたと違って人生遊びじゃねえんだよ。
Sure that Nina would give us a day off if we
そ
asked.
の分バイト代が減るじゃねえか。
Swimming in the ocean with a high school girl, that's priceless. What's with the stink eye?
つか、どうして私と一緒に行くことになってるんだよ。
Didn't you invite me?
誘ってねえよ。
Alright then, I'll invite Sarah. Hey, Sarah! Wait, she's gone. I look back and notice her dawdling along some distance behind us. Stuffing her face with more grilled corn than she bought to take out.
はい。
Nothing, sorry to bother you, you're obviously busy. Isn't she... What? Oh, isn't she eating grilled corn under this blazing summer sun and in that getup? Drops of sweat bead on her cheeks, but apparently she's too preoccupied with her corn to wipe them off. I hope she doesn't come down with a heat stroke.
確かにこの暑さだからな。
Karen, who has also stopped to look at Sarah for a moment, quietly mutters.
仕方ねえな。
She raised her
よ
head.
し、明日はみんなで泳ぎに行こうぜ。 学生生活最後の夏休みだからな。遊ばなきゃ損だ。
That's my Karen.
あんたのじゃねえよ。いいか、サラは私が説得しておくから、リンネは今度こそ任せたぞ。
We're inviting her too? I recall the pain of last
当
night.
然だろう。休みももらわなきゃなんねえんだし、のけものにはできねえよ。
I suppose. I'm still not convinced, but I nod anyway.
めんどくさそうな顔すんなって。私よりあんたの方が親しいだろ。
No, that's not the problem. There must be a reason why Dina refused to join us today, and that bothers me. Hey, Karen.
どうした神妙な顔して。
That suit light thing. Didn't the old woman say something about staying out of the
あ
sun?
あ、やっぱ本土から来た人間には珍しいか。
True. Wait, I don't come from the mainland. I'm from the
ど
future.
っちも同じようなもんだよ。
Totally different.
同じだよ。本土の人間を毛嫌いするこの島に
Huh.
未来はねえからな。
There's a real measure of spite behind her words. Karen claims that there's no future. I'm insistent that it's where I come from. She's working her butt off to leave this island. I'm doing all I can to stay here. When you think about it, there are lots of reasons for her to hate me and all I stand for.
少しトウモロコシの話をしていいですか？
Sorry, catches up with us, having finished a cob of corn. Oh, we're in the middle of a serious conversation
大
here.
門病の話ですよね。
I fall silent when I see the cold look in her eyes.
本土には同じ漢字でススモン病という病気があります。
Leaf blight.
トウモロコシの葉に灰色の斑点が入り、やがてそこから全体が黒く枯れていく病気です。
He's strangely knowledgeable about corn diseases and doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be because she simply likes this stuff so much.
この島のバイモン病は本土のススモン病が語源だと思われます。島を訪れた本土の人間がまるで植物のように枯れていく島人の姿に恐れをののき、そう名付けたのではないでしょうか。
Like withered plants.
バイモン病は最初、皮膚にできる小さな斑点、バイモンから始まります。進行速度には個人差がありますが、バイモンが次第に増殖、融合し、皮膚を侵していきます。
And then
やがて全身の皮膚が硬化し、死に至ります。
the old woman's face flashes in front of me. If her entire body were to be consumed by the disease, no, I don't even want to imagine it. Is there a
あ
cure?
りません。
Pretty clear-cut answer. Once you develop the disease, it's over. All you can do is wait for death's embrace.
この島にのみ存在する風土病で、原因も解明されていません。ただ経験的に症状の進行を遅らせる方法は分かっています。
Thinking back to our conversation with the old woman, I have an idea of what that might entail. So you have to avoid going out in direct sunlight,
そ
right?
の通りです。人間の肌は太陽光にさらされると日焼けしますよね。日焼けはもともと肌を守るための自己防衛機能の一種なのですが、それがバイモン病を進行させる引き金になってしまうのでしょう。
That's pretty ironic that a mechanism intended to protect you should trigger an illness like
た
that.
だ幸いなことに、バイモン病は過去の病気になりつつあります。ここ10年ほどは新たな発症者は確認されていませんし、症状もごく軽微なものが多く、日常生活に支障を与えるほどではありません。
There's something that bothers me about Sarah's textbook explanation. The cause of the disease is unknown, there's no cure, but the number of cases actually decreased. It could just be a coincidence of the passage of time, but
私たちの次の世代には完全になくなるのではないかと言われています。
so there's nothing to worry about right now. It's myself that I'm trying to convince, as though desperate to forget that bad dream I had.
なわけねえだろ。
Karen?
んな簡単にいくかってえの。人が木の葉みてえに枯れて死んでくんだぞ。それを見てあんたはどう思う？何を感じる？
My sister was looking for her blue Avengers shirt, which I didn't see. I didn't even know she had that. Anyway. I can't answer that. But my silence is its own answer.
恐怖だよ。身もすくむような恐怖だ。昔の本土の連中はさ、今から何百年前だか何千年前だか知らねえけど、とにかく この島の人間に恐怖したんだ。
Strange illness with no known cause or cure. No matter how long ago it was, it's easy enough to guess what the mainlanders would have resorted to in their terror.
島の人間は自分たちの身を守るために本土との行き来を禁じた。生き延びるために閉じこもることを選んだんだ。私は別に当時の島の人間も本土の人間も責めるつもりはねえよ。当然の行動だと思う。けど時代は変わった。対処法も分かって病気自体も減ってきた。
And now, thanks to the flow of time, it belongs to the
だっ
past.
てのにこの島の連中は今も何も変わっちゃいねえ。島を出るなだの、本土の人間を島に近づけるなだの、あの日の恨みを決して許すなだの。挙句の果てにはお前たちの次の世代まで我慢しろだ。ざけんなってんだ。
The disease may one day be eradicated completely, but this grudge of theirs is etched too deep simply to disappear, and the islanders feel obliged to pass it on. Children brought up to honor their parents, grudges will pass them on to their children as well. They end up in the blood like a hereditary disease.
この島はもう終わりだよ。救われっこね。
This girl is about to be crushed under the weight of the past. She's just about managing now, but she should settle down here on the island, get married. But should she settle down on the island, get married, have children and grandchildren of her own, she'll buckle too. And then she'll tell the following generation to remember the past. Is that why you're trying to leave? She wants to get off the island before she goes to be just like the old folk.
ありかよ。
Nope, it's not wrong. It's just a valid solution to the problem. But it won't be easy, and it's not just a financial issue. It's very difficult to build a fresh life at a new place, to throw away everything you once had. It's a miracle that I've been able to settle down here on this island. Usually it's not that
見て
simple.
ろよ。私はやってやる。私は自由になってやる。
What does it mean to be free? Free from the past? Free from your own decisions about the future? Does that entail cutting all your ties and living for yourself? I wonder what Kaden's really trying to run away from.
フルツケは親父の代で終わりにしてみせる。
The Kurits is one of Urashima's 3 families. Is that what Kaden's so desperate to escape from?
御三家が生まれた背景にも梅門病が関係していたと言われています。かつて梅門病に対する迫害が激しかった時代、3つの家が立ち上がり、混乱したこの地に楽園を築きました。今となっては神話の時代の話です。それぞれの一族は特殊な力を持っていました。クルツ家は地を割り、この地を島とし、本土との交流を禁じました。小原家は海を割り、貧しいこの島に海の幸をもたらしました。そして私の一族、ガランドー家は病に侵された人々の体を割り、病魔を追い出したと言われています。
Quite the tale.
伝承、つまり島に伝わるおとぎ話のようなものですから、一部の老人たち以外は信じていません。
I see. So that old woman thinks you used these special powers on her.
あんなのはただのおまじないですよ。私にはおとぎ話のような不思議な力はありません。
Laura looks rather sad as she whispers these
も
words.
ちろん一部には史実も含まれていると思われます。クルツ家は島を統治するために政治を取り、小原家は自給自足のための仕組みを築き、そしてガランドー家は祭事を仕切っていたのでしょう。どれも今となっちゃ終わった役割だよ。島人に威張り散らすだけの町長に誰も寄りつかなくなった神社。
And a deserted mansion which looks pretty much like a haunted house.
ま、そういうことだ。この島が楽園だったのなんて遠い昔の話なんだよ。
The disease brought tragedy and the 3 families flourished because they used it to their advantage. The threat has faded, but the old family's bonds still remain and their power is only destined to decline. Sounds rough. It's the late 20th century. I'm sure there are people in similar situations all over the world. When a little community like this is on the verge of disappearing, there's bound to be a degree of friction between those who remain. They may not have any real enemies, nor anyone to blame for the way things are, but they'll keep on hurting each other until it eventually leads to their own downfall. If I want to save the world, I'll have to solve all these problems.
噂をすればか。
Following Karen's gaze, I spot a familiar bald head bobbing down the dirt road.
サラ、親父だ。
Karen quickly tries to conceal Sarah behind her bed. That's not how it works, Fiddle, though. The bright red huckle of Sarah's isn't easily hidden.
お前がサラと一緒にいるのは珍しいな。
うるせえな。ちょっと立ち話してただけだよ。
そうか。仲が良さそうで何よりだ。
Mayor squats down, so he's at Sarah's eye level.
サラ、そろそろ考え直してくれたかな。
His tone is so treacly. It really makes my hair stand on end.
何のことでしょうか。
何度も言っているだろう。そろそろ家に戻ってこないかと。
何度もお断りしているはずです。それに、私の家はあの神社です。
あんな電気も通っていないような場所では何かと辛かろう。
去年、近所の方に発電機を設置していただきました。
そうか。それは知らなかった。困ったことがあればすぐに言ってきなさい。できる限りのことはしよう。
お心遣いありがとうござい。
The mayor's sugary voice is creepy enough, but Sarah's blunt refusal of his offers bothers me even more. Hers is the kind of mechanical tone that remains only when all emotion has been exhausted. It's reminiscent of how she addressed me when we first met.
おっと、君もいたのか。
What a dick. I'm sure he noticed me the moment he saw the girls. Setsuna, Zenkai Setsuna.
そうだった、刹那君。仕事はあれから順調か？
Fine,
な
thanks.
らいいんだ。島に不老者が増えると治安上問題だからな。
Everything this guy says manages to piss me off. He must really hate me.
気分を害してしまったならすまない。君のような人種を気にかけるのも町長としての仕事だからな。
It's your duty to look after the islanders, certainly. It should be pretty obvious what I mean by that. He needs to know that I'm not about to buckle under the pressure he's putting on me. Oops, I'm not leaving anytime soon. If I allow myself to get worked up, I'll be playing right into his hands. He probably reckons that if I snap, he's got an excuse to kick me off the island. Sorry for causing you worry. I'm doing fine now. Things are perfectly uneventful, peaceful.
しかし見たところ、昼間から子供と遊び歩いているようだが。
How do I respond to that? Take a moment to deliberate. Then
子
when
供ってのは、私のことか。
oh, I almost forgot. Cotton is just as quick to start an argument as I am, at least when the mayor's involved. Man, she's hopeless. I actually had an afternoon off work today, so I was enjoying a leisurely date with a young lady.
何言ってんだあんたは。
What is that? What we're doing, isn't it? That is what we're doing, isn't it? Or are you still too young to be dating? Cotton dramatically clutches her head, apparently unsure quite what expression to pull before pointing at the mayor.
ああ、そうだよ。デートだよ。なんか文句あった？
Now it's the mayor's turn to look shocked and appalled. When a child stamps up and down and insists that they're no longer a little kid, it's all the more proof that they've not yet grown up. If you really want to convince people that you're an adult, you have to do so through your actions. As you can see, I'm leading a very fulfilling life, both personally and professionally. And it's all thanks to the wonderful environment you've created for us here in this island, Mr. Mayor. The mayor's face goes redder and redder with anger. The bald head of his looks kind of like a boiled egg.
伝説にたがわぬ式場まだな貴様は。
With that incomprehensible parting shot, the mayor huffs and turns on his heels. A few meters down the road, he turns around to face us again.
門限破りは承知しないからな。
べー。
Karen blows a magnificent raspberry in response. With nothing more to say, the mayor shrugs his shoulders and plods off. Good job, Karen. Looks like you taught him a lesson.
何言わせんだよ。あんたとデートしてることになっちまったじゃねえか。
Relax, it's just a date. He probably still thinks of you as a child precisely because you're so finicky about things like this.
けどよ。
Molten, is that me? Yes. Karen, staring down at her feet, chokes on her words.
せつなさんは田舎の恐ろしさが分かってないんです。
What do you mean?
明日には島中に噂が広まっていることでしょう。
Nice.
1週間もすれば婚約しても同然の扱いを受けることになります。
What?
家に立派なタイやエビがたくさん届くんです。そうなればもう後には引けません。
Karen, let's break up.
付き合ってもねえよ。まあ今回の件に限って言えばそんなことにはならないでしょうけど。
Also, I hope we get to like a proper part where I can end it because I have dinner. But yeah, I don't think the mayor's going to run around spreading rumors about me and his daughter.
そうだよな。そうに決まってる。そういうことにしとこうぜ。
If any of the islanders get the wrong idea, we'll practically be married. Things are really bad out in the sticks. By the way, what was that what he said about the legend? Have the islanders already created a legend about me? I'm honored, but that's kind of
例
embarrassing.
の御三家にまつわる伝
Don't
承で
keep
すよ。
going, I have to stop. The myth of the three families. But how they brought peace to the island. What does that have to do with me?
伝承には3人の女性と1人の男性が登場します。
Hmm.
その名は小原凛音、クルツカレン、ガランドウサラ。
Aren't those the names of the three girls I've met on the island? In that case, could the name of the man possibly be?
そして三千回刹那。
I don't know. I know it doesn't refer to me, but my body still stiffens the moment that name reaches
御
my
三
ears.
家では伝承になぞらえて生まれた娘に彼女たちの名前を付けることが多々あったようです。同じ時代に3人が揃うことは珍しいですけどね。らしいな。
And Sarah and Karen exchange glances. It's weird. It's a weird feeling standing here with two girls who both share their names as figures of legend. Though I guess it's the same for me too.
今となっては伝承も断片的にしか残って
That's
い
why.
ません
That's why the
が、
police officer was questioning my real name.
特に老人や御三家に近い家柄の人間であれば。
Sarah turns to look me straight in the eye.
刹那さんの名字はリンネさんが付けられたんでしたよね。
Yeah.
きっとリンネさんも自らの名前の由来を知っていて、同じように刹那さんに伝承になぞらえた名前を付けたのでしょう。
That makes complete sense. It would explain why the old woman at the house called me Setsuna. Since Lina has the same name as the character of the legend, the old woman in her senility must have confused me for another mythical character. Didn't mean a thing, she was just referring to the Setsuna of the legend. So, what kind of guy is the Setsuna according to the stories? Sure, there must be a kernel of historical truth behind the myth. If the Setsuna ever really existed, he must have done something pretty incredible for people in the present to still remember his name. Can't help but wonder, what did my historical namesake do? Sarah remains silent. When I shoot Karen a querying look, she averts her eyes. Is it something that's better left unsaid?
いえ、調べればすぐにわかることです。この島に伝わる秘伝物語。
Alright, I'm gonna end it here for now. I guess we'll find out the legend of this island in the next episode. Probably tomorrow. Unless I do this later today, I don't know.
ほら、ちゃんと覚えておきなさいよ。
So, tragic love. Oh boy. Well, anyway, lots of stuff happened today. Jeez, time travel and dates. Anyway, thank you for watching this stream. If you're watching it on YouTube, thanks for watching a YouTube video. And yes, I also really like the plotline. Maybe that's why I kept watching the anime too. Anyway, see you guys in the next video or stream.